Hello. All right. I clicked the buttons properly. My mic is on. You can hear me, hopefully. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Momentum Mod Q&A. My name is Nick, aka Goknek. I'm the project and development lead, joined with some of my lovely team members here to answer some of your burning questions that you have about the game, as well as show off what we've been working on and just in general hang out with you guys and play the game for a bit. So, yeah, I guess we can go through. You guys can introduce yourselves, and we'll get going here. Start with Panzer.
Hello, I'm Panzer. Lately, I've been working on a bunch of engine changes for BSP Convert, which is our tool for converting levels from Quake 3 Arena into Stratosource engine. Also been working on some backend changes on the website for WebSockets. So I've been kind of all over the place, kind of have all different types of roles now, but it's been fun.
Yeah, that's the nice part about this project is you get to kind of do a little bit of everything. If the team, I guess, wasn't infinitely large or something, right, where everybody could do something, but it's fun. You get to learn a lot. I've learned a ton through this project alone. So yeah, and we also got Mac.
Hi, I'm here too. I'm back. I've also done a small amount of work, nothing compared to what Panzer's been doing on BSP Convert lately, but I went back and fixed a couple of things that I wasn't happy with in the entity conversion, and also now added game mode specific entities to Stratosource and Momentum Mod, and that was mainly driven by the fact that defrag maps need different entities for CPM and VQ3. So I've implemented that into the BSP Convert tool as well.
And yeah, we can actually show that off on this map. So right
Yeah.
now I'm on CPM. And if you see, I don't know all the differences between the CPM version and the VQ3 version, but one difference that I do know is that there's this crate here in CPM, so you're kind of forced to take this side route. But if I switch to VQ3, you'll see that the crate is no longer there, and it completely changes the routing of the map.
Yeah, this was an entity I think that we had before, and during the O10 entity, like kind of purging and refactor, we removed this, but we re-added it back because, in particular, defrag really benefits from it. It's not beneficial to have completely separate BSPs if we can just reuse the same overall layout, but maybe have some entities or some blockers like that crate, just not enabled for specific modes. So
Well,
yeah,
I
awesome.
don't think we ever had an entity for it. There's a filter that we
Yeah,
inherited
that's
from
right. The filter.
TF2, but that only handles TF2 classes, so it
Yeah,
only really worked in RGSJ. But now every single entity that you add in Hammer, you can just add a number 2 that corresponds to the game mode. It's like a set of flags that you just tick basically that will enable it in those game modes that you've ticked.
yeah, and it's
Which should
cool.
hopefully in future allow like more mode mixing on maps, which is something we really want to encourage.
Yeah,
Because at the moment there's a lot of maps that are like almost playable in multiple modes, but there's just like 1 or 2 bits that are a bit annoying. But now, if you want to, you can make your geometry slightly different between modes, and it should hopefully then play really well for everything.
I'm
yeah.
very bad at VQ3. This mode is so hard.
It's to get the most we can out of maps added to the game, right? And just to allow a lot of really cool, right, cross mode. Yeah, like I think AHOP and defrag are very overlapping with like AHOP movement being able to kind of, I mean, very quickly play through a lot of defrag maps, um, but it's a cool like way to just kind of add new content to modes, especially AHOP, right? That don't have existing maps, so you can actually repurpose existing maps or just edit them slightly with this new filter and yeah.
Are you supposed to go this way in VQ3, or is this just like a side area?
This is the only way you can go, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Skips the big ramp jump from CPM.
But yeah, so just to I guess we can skip over to that first question, right? So yeah, to reiterate what Panzer's been saying, there's a lot of work happening currently, and you can track this in our Git Git activity channel, and then just in our repos too. A lot of activity happening on BSP convert. So, do you want to kind of explain what that project is for those maybe unaware, and what we're aiming to do with that?
Sure. Yeah, so BSP convert is sort of like a BSP recompiler. You basically just take like the raw BSP data from Quake 3, and then translate it into a BSP format that is compatible with Strata Source Engine. So it doesn't require any decompiling. You don't have to like convert textures or anything. It's all done automatically. So for like example, this map, you literally just have to run one like terminal command line command to convert this whole map, and that's it. I mean, you add zones and maybe take some screenshots, and that's pretty much the whole porting process. So before I created this program, you used to have to decompile the map, do some weird things where like the map's made for Quake 3, it has its own editor and its own like VMF format. You'd have to do like some things to get around that, to get it into Source Engine, and then also you lose the lighting data, which is the most significant thing. Like if you decompile the map, the light entities are gone, so you'd have to re-add all the lights, which is just so time consuming. So yeah, this program fixes all those issues. It makes porting almost instant. It's very complicated. I've been working on it for a couple years now, like on and off.
Yeah.
But it basically gives us access to like the thousands of incredible maps that are available for Quake 3 Defrag that are also playable across modes. So if you like these maps, or if you're not a Quake 3 player, but you're an A-hop player, or maybe you're a B-hop player, a lot of these maps are compatible with those other modes. So I think this program is very valuable for many different modes in the game.
Yeah, no, it is. It's incredible that Source spawned from, right? Like gold sources from idTech like 3 or 2. And so having that grandfather engine, right? The same BSP format for maps, but still branched away from it. Being able to kind of go back and add maybe the was it primitives that we needed, and then I mean map size was another one that was a little sketchy, but you can chop up maps as well. There's some levels that are probably still too big for even Strata's raised limits. But it's awesome. It's awesome to see that it's because the goal, at least for Momentum, is to have a finalized BSP, right? We want to have the BSP itself completely, I guess, like edited and like final, instead of doing runtime patches like you would find on like servers doing maybe a stripper config or something. So yeah, adding support for just like finalizing all of these Quake 3 maps to get like fully ported over, doesn't need to do any runtime hacks or anything. And yeah, for the vast majority of maps, right, just doing one command via either you can add it to Hammer, you can add it as part of Lumber, I believe, like as a custom command. But just a standalone tool as well for people to port to Strata. It's really awesome.
I know for like a stretch goal, we'd really like to get a gold source converter as well. At the moment,
Yeah.
BSP convert is just Quake 3. I know Game Chaos has done some work on a gold source converter, but it's not written in the same language as BSP convert. So if we were gonna take the code that he's written, we'd have to convert it all to C#, and I don't think it's anywhere near completion anyway. So it might just be worth rewriting most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might try to convert Game Chaos's code in C++ into C# so we can have a gold source converter as well. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
And it'd probably be way easier because gold source is much more similar to Source Engine. Oh, I have cheats on. Whoops.
But yeah, we're nearing 1.0 release of BSP convert. With all of these changes, there's not a whole lot left that really needs fixing.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's still going to be tons of shader issues. The way shaders work in Quake 3 is fundamentally different than Source.
Yeah.
Shaders in Quake 3 use multi-pass shaders, which are basically like you're blending multiple images together to create like different visual effects. Source Engine doesn't do that. Like if you want to have an animation overlaid on top of another texture, Source Engine has very limited options for that. So I don't know. At least for the 1.0 release, we're not going to have that. Maybe in the future we'll add a shader that's multipass and can support every single shader from Quake 3.
There's also the case of like the player model is always full bright at the minute because there's no like lighting data in the world.
Right.
If that makes sense. And
Oh,
it would
yeah.
be nice to see if we could convert, like, I think they're called light leafs or something, so that
Yeah.
if you're standing under an orange light, your character glows orange and those kinds of things.
I could, I know Quake 3 does have that information, so I might be able to convert it as well.
Yeah, I looked into it and it seemed complicated, so I'll leave that for someone that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, so yeah, Quake 3 uses light grids and what is Source uses light volumes, and I don't know, just the way that they're sized is different. I think light volumes use like Viz leaves. Oh, what is this? Oh, that was my ghost. So getting them to convert 1-to-1 is gonna be tricky. But I could try to mess around with it.
Yeah, I think for these older maps, it just has to be good enough, right, for things to look like decent. Because realistically, yeah, it is a completely different engine, and while we in the world of software, you could add full support for Quake 3 like related things. We would effectively be implementing all of the systems that Quake 3 would have. We don't want to do all of that. We would just want to make sure that it converts to the format that we're used to with Source, right? So yeah, no, it'd be worthwhile to make it, yeah, just these extra bits of polish. And just to clarify, the 1.0 mentioned there is for BSP convert, not for Momentum. So there's work being done separately for this tool for the shaders, for anything that's required for maps that have specific or use specific things in them. So that's what they were talking about there. 1.0 of Momentum still requires anti-cheat as well as our rank point and cosmetic XP system overhaul that we want to do. So those are still planned. They're still coming along very slowly, but they're still coming along. And then yeah, we still want to do voice chat, and we have a couple other things on our roadmap that we wanted to get in. But yeah, HUD customizing is also pretty much almost done. It's been in a branch. We showed it off for the past couple of streams. I'll be playing on that branch as well if you want to join later. But right now I'm showing off Panzer's screen as there's a bunch of work in progress stuff. But yeah, no, I mean it's still going. Things are still going. They're they slow down sometimes. They'll speed up. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, was there anything else you wanted to show off for maps or anything that you've worked on?
Yeah, so this one, I guess this one's showing off the displacement slick. So these curves over here, this is slick displacement.
Oh, nice.
So that didn't work before these changes. Now you can apply slick, what is it, texture flags to the surface. And I think, I forget, I gotta double check, but you can probably also do something similar with overbounce and like slide. So maybe you have like a slide displacement, which is like the bunny hop version of slick.
Yeah, it's always fun that we have those two. They're kind of different because slide is you're in air on the ground, and then slick is like low friction, but they're still.
Yeah, I think slick is zero friction in Quake.
Yeah. So
And
very fun.
and the other thing different about this map that's new is the walls have proper UV maps and proper light maps. Before the UVs were all messed up on like displacement surfaces. It's just really hard to convert from the Quake 3 like Bezier patches into Source Engine displacements. They're like very different types of geometry.
Yeah.
But with some tricks, you can get them to look almost exactly the same. But yeah, these maps that are just slick only are really fun in Quake 3. It's like very different type of gameplay.
We did have to change how the faces are lit. So we're gonna have to reconvert every map. Excuse me, every map that we've already converted, because now they'll just be too dark when you load them in game.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to reconvert all of our old defrag maps, but then they should all pretty much look one-to-one with Quake, ideally.
In terms of light data, right? Yeah.
And yeah, and just like the patch changes and the slightly better texture improvement for animated textures and things like that.
Yeah. No, it's awesome work. It's really incredible to see this tool, because I know, yeah, like you got it to the point where it could convert a good amount of maps, but there were still some bugs. For O10.
Yeah, it was like the gameplay worked, but they were all really ugly.
Yeah,
But now
yeah,
gameplay's good and so are the visuals. So
yeah. The fog shader, if you want to talk about that or show that off too.
Yeah, I can show that. Let's see what map has that. That's hang time.
So just to preface this, we do also have a work in progress volumetric fog system that's being developed by Smade. Portal 2 Community Edition may have already shown it off and has campaigns using it. While that's awesome and the work there is very valuable, Quake uses a different approach. So Panzer took on the effort to convert the way that Quake does it to Strata as well. So it's an option because it's just a shader, right? Other than us having to compile it as part of our CI, there's nothing really added other than if you use it, right? You can get really cool looking ground fog, like volumetric volumetric fog for like, yeah, the floor in this map, right? It's like a crypt.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Portal 2 Community Edition volumetric fog uses like a fundamentally different technique. They're using like voxels. I don't know exactly what that means, but basically voxels, but using the view fluxdrome somehow. This version of fog is just using like a full screen depth buffer effect and some fancy like clipping where you basically cast a ray for each pixel, and depending on how that ray clips with the volume, it'll affect the density. So just two fundamentally different techniques. I think this one is much more accurate to like how it looks in Quake 3. And the Froxel technique has different advantages where you can like use volumetric lights. So you can like shine a spotlight through the fog and it'll affect the appearance of the fog.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fancy volumetric like lighting interact one is cool and all, but I like how old school this kind of effect looks. It's just nostalgic.
Is it good performance? Have you run any performance tests?
It seems pretty performant. Right now I'm doing like a screen share on Discord, which tanks my FPS, so it's kind of hard to say while streaming, but I haven't had any issues on release builds. It seems like my FPS is pretty solid.
Oh yeah, just saw a bit of the new reflections there as well for a
Oh,
second.
yeah,
I don't know
that's
if
another
you've got a
thing.
good map that shows those off, but
Where is it? Oh yeah, I added sphere maps, which is like the Quake version of reflections into Source Engine. It has this funny, since it's like a vertex shader, it kind of has this funny distortion depending on like how the light interacts with the vertices of the surface.
Is that a bug?
yeah,
or
instead
how
of the reflections in Source, use like a six-sided cube face texture. So one for the top face, bottom face, left, right, front, back. But this is just a single 2D image that then gets like stretched and distorted depending on your position.
That's right.
Yeah,
I think
so
they still use like sphere maps, or even in like the newest Doom, I think they still use sphere maps for it, but just like higher quality or a different projection or something. I could be wrong on that though.
I haven't played enough of the new Doom to know.
Oh, there it is. No, it's okay.
The skybox is new. This is like the dome projection that Quake 3 uses for their skyboxes, but it's not animated.
Yeah,
But I kind of just I baked this into a 6-sided skybox.
Oh wow. Okay, so it is a skybox.
Yeah, I didn't change the engine for this. I just bake it into like what's compatible with Source.
It works.
Yeah, it's not animated because Source I don't think supports animated skyboxes.
Oh, some mods do, but yeah, animated textures in Source are insane. There's not a lot of compression between frames, so it's just a very large texture because it's like I mean, you can compress, I think each like DXT5 or DXT1 or something, each of the images, but still it's a full texture for each frame. So if you want high, like I guess FPS animated textures, it's insane. It doesn't use standard compression that you'd find in like JPEG or WebM or something.
Well, I think Quake also just has like texture parameters like scroll, so it's just the image, but the image is scrolling. But I don't even think
Yeah,
Source allows that, right? So you could get the same effect. It's just I don't know. You can't add material proxies to skyboxes and Source for whatever reason.
that is really silly. I think it's just they didn't add it to the shader. That could be something we look into adding in the future, but that'd be really disorienting to have like the world like
Yeah.
spinning really fast. But it could be cool for like a trippy level or something. I'm sure there's ways to fake it too, like 3D skybox, and then you put like a texture in front of it, or something. uh, but yeah, but it's really cool. It's awesome to see maps look more and more familiar. Um, even if that means that like it's not 1-to-1, but still like it gets enough close enough to the point where it's like it's not jank anymore, right? Like that's really rewarding to get to that at least.
Yeah, I
There is
also
still one more feature that Pans has added lately that we've not seen. I don't know. You want to finish your thought before I go on, Pans?
yeah. I also updated the water shader. So like Source does support having like 2 layers of animated textures. So I do have it working in that limited sense. Quake does up to 8 layers. So as long as the shader only has 2 layers, I can port it somewhat authentically to Source Engine. But yeah, if you look closely, you can see like one of these is going this way and another one is going this way.
Nice.
So it looks more accurate to Quake and kind of has those cool shimmers when the 2 layers overlap.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, as I was saying, we've added one more thing, and that's the double jump power up. And Quake technically doesn't have a double jump power up, but um there is a mapping technique that a lot of maps use that is really complicated to convert 1-to-1 to Source Engine because it's just using Quake's inventory management system, which we've not ported 1-to-1 because it's just completely different to how Source handles weapons and didn't really seem worth it because we get close enough anyway. But yeah, to replicate it, instead of using all these complicated triggers and ammo management system, we've just added the power up as its own little power up, as if it was like damage boost or haste. Have you got it working on your HUD now?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just
Oh,
a
it's got a
right
little
now.
momentum icon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Vortex is working on some new icons for it, but yeah, right now it's just the momentum logo on the left side of the screen. So you can only use it once when you're in the air, and then it refreshes when you land. And there's another variant that's just a single use, so you use it once and then it's gone. And we also have like input-output versions, so you can customize it as much as you want. But yeah, this map's weird. The start is like you shoot this thing, it gives you a boost, and then you double jump to make it to the platform. Oh, my binds are confusing.
Damn, that is a fun start though.
It's
I like the effects though to convey like, oh, you're getting the plasma here, or you're getting
Yeah.
slick.
I need my pitch indicator, otherwise I can't plasma climb properly. But
Oh,
this map's pretty neat. I think yeah, there's another thing that I worked on. There's like this animation baking. So like this one actually, this shader actually has more than 2 layers, but I just bake it into like a VTF animation. It's a little bit choppy. It looks much smoother in Quake 3, but I think this is a good half measure for now.
yeah. How big is the animated texture?
Some of them get pretty big, especially if you're trying to like, if there's like multiple layers that need to be cycled properly in order for the loop to be seamless, they can get pretty big.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Looks
can play this
awesome.
map because I'm lagging a lot, and also I don't have my HUD
It's
set up.
quite
but
hard.
Yeah, it's
It
hard and
is
it requires a lot of
hard.
cool weapon tech. But yeah, it's just a cool looking map. It has all these. I don't even know how they made this. This is like they must use like an algorithm or something to make this,
That's so cool.
or maybe they just like rotated each layer a certain way. I don't know. Lots of fancy mapping techniques on this level. Yeah, so currently double jump is only working on defrag modes. I do want to support it in other modes in the future. It's just that other modes, I guess in Quake, or sorry, in defrag modes currently you have it so like when you restart your run, everything resets. But in other modes, that resetting doesn't, it's not implemented yet. So it might cause problems. Like if you have it, I know Mac added like a RJ version of this, Rocket Jump version. The map already resets it for you probably when you restart your run. But the power up version, since it only works in defrag, if you added it to an RJ map, it wouldn't reset properly. So maybe once like Rio finishes the save state system, we'll start adding it to other modes.
Yeah.
I'd imagine you'd need to change the jump speed per mode as well, right? Because
Yeah, no, I have it so it just uses the mode's jump speed.
nice.
So like, yeah, you're not entering the number manually. It's just the mode's jump speed, and it's all standardized.
Yeah. Yeah, this map looks insane.
It's so cool.
It's so good.
This map is well, the main reason why I added double jump. I just really wanted this map in the game.
Yeah. Oh, those are teleports. I see.
Yeah, it teleports you through that spiral thing.
Oh, that's sick.
So at the minute, all of these changes aren't in the game yet. This is all on. Well, we're trying to get a beta branch out, but this is all just running locally on Panzer's machine at the minute.
Yeah.
But in the next couple of weeks, this should hopefully all be in the game, and I know I'm going to go on a massive porting spree and just port as many defrag maps as I can that use all these new cool features. So
Oh yeah.
we should see some of these in the game very soon.
This must have been so tedious to make. Like, holy shit. How many brushes are there?
That's all brushes? That's not a model?
I don't think so. How do you check?
Wireframe should do it.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
I don't know if that helps.
Oh. No, that's yeah. Cause
I mean, these brushes have that cross. I don't know if wireframe's a good indicator or not.
or was it V-Collide? I forget. There's one that shows like V-Collide wireframe.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I forget the command. It's like physics something. Show active. I don't know. I forget the command. Oh, that's my bounding box.
Yeah, I forget it too. No worries.
Yeah, it could be a brush. I don't know. There's just like a million brushes.
Yeah. Sliced very finely.
I guess one other map that might be worth showing off real quick is this other FPS Cup map. The level or the quality of these FPS Cup maps is absolutely insane. Like, I can't imagine the amount of work that went into these maps.
Are the FPS Cups, were they like mapping events or?
Yeah, kind of like Defrag World Cup. I don't know too much about the community stuff. I think was hosted on some Russian website.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Mac, do you know more about this stuff? Something.ru.
It's dfcomps.ru
Yeah.
is where they usually do their competitions. They do a thing called Walk Up, that they just pick a map every week, and then whoever gets the best time, I think they get like points on a leaderboard or something. But then occasionally they'll run other month-long cups, like the FPS Cup, where they'll just get a bunch of prolific mappers to make 5 or 6 maps, and then whoever sets the best time on map 1 in a week gets the most points, and then they move on to map 2 to get a week to run map 2.
That's awesome.
So yeah, these are all high quality maps that were made for FPS Cup.
Yeah, these look great.
I don't remember if FPS Cup had a prize pot at the end. No, Defrag World Cup usually does. FPS Cup might just be for the prestige, I guess.
Yeah.
And again, this entire map was literally converted with a single command. So like all the maps I've been showing, it's just the same process as converting all the maps, and it's all automatic.
Yeah, and it's cool because it preserves the map as much as possible, right? I mean, it does the conversions that it needs to fit in Strata, but it's preserving as much as possible in the BSP as opposed to decompiling, having to redo lighting, having, replacing entities or something like that. It's very cool. Is that the end zone?
Yeah, that was the end.
Oh wow. What
I don't know if I can
tier
beat this map.
3? Oh my god. This is
I
crazy.
actually beat this map, but it's really cool. It feels almost like a parkour map, but you're using rockets to parkour.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know if that's supposed to be an overbounce or not, but I didn't add overbounce. So my frame rate is so bad. It's like really hard to play.
Yeah, we can get in game too. I was mainly just capturing. Oh, nice. Capturing webcam stuff so that you could show specific things off if you wanted to. Yeah, no, this is awesome. And so yeah, this will be eventually in the game. I mean, we're gonna get a beta branch out so that we can get porters and testers on that, just to find more issues and check things out. Yeah, and then so HUD customizer, BSP convert stuff. We're still slowly but surely working our way towards 1.0 with the core systems. Just taking time. Not too much to update there. Also just been busy in real life. It happens. But we'll get some goodies shipped off eventually. So stay tuned for that.
Oh, I made it.
Nice. But
Okay,
all right.
that's where I go.
Here, so I'll save you. I can save you from capturing your screen. Unless, is there anything else you wanted to show off before I?
I think that's it. Let me just double check. Yeah, I showed pretty much everything. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Awesome stuff. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Well, here I'll let you free you from streaming that so that you get FPS back, and then
Thank you.
I'll go right into either playing or spectating. But let me get to the first asked question here. Mac, do you want to read, or I can read if you don't want to?
I need to go to bed in about 10 minutes, so.
All right. That
Yeah.
sounds good. I'll read. No worries. What game mode do we want to play? I can join you. I hosted a lobby, but I can just join map lobbies if we want to do that instead.
Are there any
What are
cool
we
new maps to
feeling?
show off?
Surf's been getting a ton. In fact, Ghosty in chat. Yeah, a lot of great porting happening. I think the recent KSF mapping competition, if you guys haven't checked out that, tons of awesome maps from that. So those are coming in.
Yeah, I was gonna say what is it, Maginarium? One of those new maps is really cool.
Is it in beta or
Um,
added fully?
it's
Oh,
somewhere.
Imaginarium, yeah.
Imaginarium, also the one that Guadalupe worked on. I forget what it was called.
Not So Generated was, oh, really? 40 to 50 people. That's awesome. Yeah, it's really cool to see what people are playing on. Once we get WebSockets, Panzer was talking about that. Once we get WebSockets in place, we can actually very easily show in the map selector how many people are on different maps. So you can tell generally how popular it is. Right now, we're really limited by the Steam, like Steamworks API. For some reason, they only limit us to a certain amount that we can request. So we do, and that's how we get these player counts, but it's not always accurate. And so we'll have a much better, like, hey, this is where people kind of are, and like featured map lobbies are also going to get an update in the future. You'll be able to vote and nominate maps, as well as extending the current map, and then also being able to follow to the new one. But yeah. Yeah, let's go check out Surf Imaginarium. I think we could, no, I'll do a hosted lobby this time. Map lobbies are fun though, too. Yeah. So this was for the KSF mapping competition that just happened. This was made by not Woomy, but is that their actual username too, or is that just their Steam username?
No, they are not Woomy.
Okay, made by Nut Woomy. This is tier 4. I could try to probably do a couple stages. Let's see how good I am.
It's
But-
linear, isn't it? So good luck.
Oh, fuck. Okay, maybe
It's
not.
quite a long
then.
one as well. I think it's like 45 seconds long.
Oh shit, we go down. Okay. Yeah, I've never played any of these maps. Again, I am mainly making this game to play it. So, oh, okay, there's a head hit there. What we can do. But yeah, if you guys are on the HUD customizer branch, I think it also works with 0.10.7 like native, so you can just join that. Where am I going? All right, I should probably just watch where to go. Oh, I've seen Paygabe stream. Let's watch their stream or their rec. Normal branch? Hell yeah. Either one works. Then.
One of the best looking surf maps I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, you go through. My bad. I thought that was a wall. This map is fucking insane. And the audio too in it. That's so good. The theme, I believe, for the competition was dreams or dreamlike. So a lot of these maps are very, very, very I would say abstract, but very cool. Wow.
It's hard to pay attention to the run. I'm just like I'm
Yeah, the
admiring all
map
the
itself is oh my
scenery.
god. Yeah. Oh man, that's so good. Excellent. Oh,
Do we know if this was the winner?
second place according
No,
to
second
the
place.
yeah. The winner, I believe. Yeah, that it's sick. It's very cool.
I haven't played Maz's map, but I'm surprised. Like, how do you beat this?
Which
get this-
which one was it? Which one was Maz? Was it
Forget what it's called. Is it Maz or Maz?
Oh, I've been saying Maz the whole time, but it's a very unique map. Is it Reverie? No, that's Ellie's. Sorry.
Can't wait until we get author filtering in the search bar. That'd be-
Once we get tag support, yeah.
Very
Oh, it
helpful.
uses Portal 2? That sucks. I gotta install Portal 2. I wonder
what
what
do we need from the
for,
parents?
though. I
Oh,
wonder...
no, just like website metadata.
Wow. Such a cool map. Oh my god. Do I go all the way up? No, I don't.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm figuring it out live. Anyway. Oh my god, that's so cool. I love that start. Oh, you go through that. Okay. I think. I'm assuming. Let's see. Is that not? Okay. I thought I had M bound to. That looks like the way to go. I'll just watch. I'll watch Calf run it. Oh man, I love that the pre-run includes it too. So we get to see. Okay, so you do go that. What? You do go that way. Also, shout outs to the pistol. Oh my god.
I've been enjoying watching streams now that we've added the blank weapon slot. I don't have to see people surfing with their guns out.
Yeah. Yep.
Looks so much cleaner without the view model.
So it looks like there's a couple of replay bugs that I noticed. I'll jump back and try to see if it's maybe how the map is recorded in replays. So it might not capture everything. That's crazy. Oh man, moving brushes with the skybox. That's awesome. Okay. But yeah, the pillar, the monolith that spawns at here. Is that normal? Is that how it's supposed to just kind of teleports in? Is that how the map goes? Or is that a replay bug?
I think it's like supposed to
Looks
animate.
like- Yeah, it might be animated and the animation's just not
Captured?
captured. possibly.
Okay. That's how the map
What's up?
is? Oh, okay. Well, I'm not that good to be able to do that. I don't feel like I could. I don't know. We'll try it. We'll try it. I've gotten a little bad at oh, you go this way. No? You don't go this way. Wait, it was like okay.
Do these mappers make all the custom textures from scratch?
That's a good question. I don't know, actually. Fuck. That's how it is on Momentum? Oh, is there just an entity or a VScript thing that we're... Oh, this isn't where we go. What? Okay, I'll rewatch. My bad. Where exactly do I go here? It's through to the right. Oh, and around. To the right and around. Okay. Slow right 180. I see. Oops. Yeah, you gotta go through. Anyway, sorry. Not to get too distracted from the maps. Let's get into the questions. We have our first asked question here from Rezion. Will you ever be able to have just have the assets or download them instead of needing the full games downloaded? So we've had this question a lot before with like, can we ship it with the game? And the answer is no, unless Valve lets us. So we've asked if we could ship CSGO assets with Momentum. We haven't gotten a response on that. CS2 is fortunately unbundled now from CSGO. You can download CSGO separately, and in fact, that's the only one we mount now. Just to simplify it, I know that there's people that play CS2 and Momentum and would like to probably have not 3 games right installed, but that is the way that we're doing that now because yeah, we don't want you to have CS2 if you only want to play Momentum with CS assets. CSS, on the other hand, I don't think we're ever going to get permission to ship them. We've asked about it. Here, I'll just spec. We've asked about it, but we haven't gotten a response. And also, it's hard to make a case for like, hey, like, you know, can we ship basically every non-hero asset, which is like non-identifying? So like we don't need CT models, we don't need T models, we don't need guns, right, from the game. Like we can override them with our models and stuff. We just need the textures, right, the level textures, and environment like assets basically. So we've asked that, haven't gotten a response, which is weird because they do read their email because we got someone licensed. We got Gordy licensed, so they do read the email.
They're just ignoring
They're just
the questions they don't
ignoring.
want to answer. Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of annoying there, but anyway, yeah, we're just a little unfortunate with that. I believe Gary's mod got access to shipping CSS non-hero assets, but again, they've had an established relationship with Valve for a while.
And they also make them a lot of money.
They also make Valve a lot of money via the sales through the game, and then also through I guess like the games that you could mount as well. Anyway, yeah. So it would be nice. It would be nice to be able to ship the assets that we actually truly want, right? But it's really up to Valve. In the future, we can look into simplifying your installs, if that makes sense, where we'll have maybe some helper script or something, or some tool or something in the menu that will go through your mounted games and just delete the unnecessary folders. So cosmetics and stuff like that, the things that we wouldn't actually want to ship with the game, we could actually write a tool that would go through, take all these assets and remove those, and then create the VPKs based off of the games that you're installing, right? We can't ship that, but if you have these games, we could at least modify these files or create VPKs from that that you could just have locally. So we could do something like that. Like that's fine because it's all pure local files. We're not shipping anything. We're just shipping a script that would tidy up all of these games. And yeah, you would save a significant amount of space. Like TF2 alone has a ton of cosmetics that we're not mounting, but are there in the install. And then CS:GO as well, right? With all and then all the maps too. I think there's some like 800 megabyte maps in CS:GO and stuff. Like, so yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like that you could just delete, and still have the game properly work. And we want to make that a little more intuitive. We want to have a better UI around mounting games and getting assets, in the future. So I believe that work will tackle that. Oh, interesting. Does that not animate if you're too far into?
Yeah,
So
the
the
save
triggers
state.
in this guy.
That'll be a good thing for the save state system that Rio's working on, because like
Yeah,
right now it doesn't actually restore the state after like there's some trigger there.
yeah.
So I have to load a save lock that's like behind the trigger to like get it to work properly.
Oh, you can plus use in the start room to skip the start
Yes.
animation. That's good to know. But
I
it's
don't know
so
how that
cool.
works. I got it to work sometimes. I'm spamming E because I heard that tip before.
Yeah, that's weird. If it doesn't, or sometimes. You guys are really just shifting all the movement people all into one, and I really like that. I'm a huge KZer, but it's fun to just swap around. I mean, realistically, right? People are probably going to come in for the one mode they know, and then, hey, Surf is right there. Or, like these other modes, they're just right there. You can just, it's one click away in a lot of cases, right? If you have the games mounted. But yeah, I mean, it's part of the goal is to have one platform that you can at least try all of these modes in. You don't have to like all of them. You don't have to play all of them. In fact, we're going to probably have disparate communities for each of the modes. We already kind of do. It is wrangling a bunch of disparate communities into one, but realistically, right, Momentum is always going to be one platform that brings everybody together, and the people that benefit the most are the people that try all of the modes at least, to see what they like and don't like. It's there, it's free. So yeah, I'm glad people are seeing the value out of that goal for the project, right? Of having, again, not one place that everyone has to go, but having a place that everybody can try everything, and see what they like. And then, like, I've never done defrag before Momentum, right? Or rocket jump or sticky jump, right? Like I was always surfing and money hopping and a hop through doing Half-Life 2 speedruns. But yeah, this project's just bringing a lot of really cool stuff together. Oh my god, this stage is crazy. Reminds me of like a Junji Ito like page in one of his stories, but that's so cool. I like the adventurer.
There's that one part of this map is so much harder than everything else.
Yeah.
Like weird head blockers.
When are KZ jump stats coming? In the future, they are lower priority right now than save states. So I would say save states and WebSockets are the bigger core things. And then once we revisit stats, jump stats will be part of that work. Because we do want to have stats in general. There's actually a question about stats in general. For Surf, but it also applies in general. So we'll get to that question, but they are coming in the future. It's just kind of lower priority. A lot of the work on this project is priority based. So it's if we have free time to pick up work, we'll pick it up. But otherwise, we're working on these higher priority, like bigger ticket things. If we have more devs, then there's more people that could pick up things. But right now, a lot of people are just busy, and it just slows down a bit. So will you be able to sell merch in the future? Yes, actually. So we own Momentum Mod, so we can license and, that's okay to make money off of. The OST, if we ever have an official OST, could be completely sold, right? Like, that's completely fine. We cannot make money through the game directly. That's the only limitation, is there's nothing that can give you a status or something in game, unfortunately. But you can and we can take at will donations for the game, which is just people liking what we do and they donate via like a Twitch Prime or via our open collective. So we do have avenues to raise funds, and then we'll in the future, once we start, solidifying our prices for servers and stuff like that, we'll start to kind of advertise how much it costs to run the game. Right now, it's very easily out of pocket for me. But in the future, I don't want it to be reliant on my pocket. I'd like it to be a fully crowd-funded adventure for everyone. Make it, something that goes into a shared like pot, but you see exactly where the money is being spent. But yeah, a Momentum Mod sweater, a Momentum Mod, programming knee-high socks, Momentum Mod mousepad, Momentum Mod, like I'd love to make the team members all a shirt, that, a unique shirt, but then also have, apparel to wear out and about as well. That'd be really cool. And eventually, yeah, we do have, I believe, shop.momentum-mod.org, but it is currently work in progress because it is not the highest priority for us right now. We need to get the game out first before we start getting dollar signs anywhere near our eyes, I guess. But in that case, it's just a matter of building the platform first before merging it out. But it'd be really cool. And then there's other things that we talked about before. Somebody 3D printed a conch grenade, like the Momentum Mod conch grenade. That would be really cool to just have like a makers like section and have like their stuff there, and they get like everything, right? Like for that, like feature kind of community crafts and stuff. It'd be really cool. So we'll see how it goes in the future. But yeah, I mean, realistically, we just got to get the game out, and at 1.0, and we'll start thinking about it. But it's not anywhere before 1.0 because that's not a good priority to have. But we do want to do it. So yes.
Is bonus in the tier 2?
Is this with like ramp fix or whatever in CS in Source? I don't know.
Oh.
Seems like a tier 5, but maybe I'm just bad.
Yeah, Momentum Mod player model action figure. That would be cool. Again, it's fun to think about what you could, make and tie in with the game. It'd be cool to get like honestly dioramas of really popular maps would be really cool too. I mean, I don't know how much that would be, but like just to have like minis of like key parts of key maps or something, like a little omnific ramp or something, whatever.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, something like that.
KZ maps.
Yeah,
Like I need those KZ maps that are just split in blocks.
Yeah, build your own KZ map, like building blocks.
Yeah, you can make it out of Legos.
Right. Compete with Lego real quick. No, but there's a bunch of things like that we want to pursue, and it's really cool to just highlight the community and show off like creativity there. We just got to get the game to the point where we're comfortable to do that and focus on that. So, okay, cool. Hopefully that initial answer all the way ago answers that. We'll eventually have a tool that will optimize, clean up your mounted games, but that's the most we could do until Valve gives us explicit permission to be able to bundle assets with the game. That's why our maps strip them out. We don't want to include all these. Plus, it's a matter of file saving, right? Like, you're going to be ideally mounting the games anyway. You don't want maps to include the same textures just for disk space. So, all right. Moving on to the second question. We got Oli asking, have you considered dropping the mod from the name and going just by Momentum? This is, I think, literally one of our first questions that we got in like Q&A 1. I feel like having mod in the name is instantly off-putting. So I had like a bunch of pictures and stuff, but just the TLDR for this is SEO. This is actually, I think, reacted to in the Q&A live channel, and SEO is underneath. It is extremely hard to find Momentum mod, like our game, if you just type Momentum into your search bar. Maybe with the algorithm,
the video game.
Right, yeah, video game. There are other games also named Momentum and having Momentum in the name, including one that is about speedrunning called In Momentum. So yes, unfortunately, we have considered dropping mod. We've also considered a full rebrand as well, but Momentum Mod is a great name because it talks about where it came from, right? So it initially was a source mod. It initially was just an SDK 2013 mod that was doing Surf and Bunny Hop, and didn't really have it was up and coming. It didn't really have much to go for. But no, I think as we started to add the other modes and then we got licensed, yeah, the mods started to become a little like, is it really a mod anymore, right? Because Strata is source, but it's a standalone game now, right? It doesn't require any other game. It's not a mod on an existing title per se anymore. But it was an SDK 2013 mod, so the nomenclature is a little weird. But yeah, it's unique. It's unique and has enough footing now to where rebranding wouldn't make much sense, I would say. And then yeah, the SEO of the game is pretty good by having mod, because there's really only one Momentum mod. There's another. Okay, sorry. So let me clarify. There are other mods called Momentum Mod for, I think, Sonic and Minecraft. like yeah, so okay, there could be a bit of confusion if you search Momentum Mod, but usually we're the first in that, because those yeah, there's also, yeah, okay, sorry, there's also the the phone firmware mod called Momentum, I think, and then people are searching Momentum Mod and joining our Discord being like, how do I mod my Flipper? And or I think it's Flipper, yeah, or the Raspberry Pi stuff. Anyway, very fun, but I think Momentum Mod at least keeps us pretty unique in the sense that at least for searching the game, we are the first result. So that is the main reason to
If I
keep
fail.
it. What was that?
My timer doesn't reset if I fail.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I almost got baited.
I guess because it doesn't prime you, because were you not grounded, maybe?
Something like that, yeah. Well, that time
Weird.
I think it depends on where you fail. So fall here.
Did Gary's mod consider dropping the mod and just call it Gary's? That sounds like a bar. Anyway, yeah. But I personally like it. It shortens to mmod. I know there's a Half-Life 2 mod called mmod, so that's why we don't officially abbreviate it. But anyway, yeah, it's just Momentum Mod. It'll probably be that for the rest of its life, which I hope is a long time. So you can call it just Momentum, right? Like you can call it Momentum. Oh, I'm gonna hop on Momentum or something, or in your stream titles or whatever. But just keep that in mind that the game name is always gonna have the mod in it. I hope it's not extremely off-putting. I know it could be instantly off-putting to be like, oh, that's kind of quirky, right? Like it's not a standalone, like, oh, it should be named like Fast or like Strafe or like some bullshit like that. I know that that's cleaner, but I'm hoping that people see it as like, oh, this is like a source mod, right? Like, or something like that, and not like, like, I don't know what would off-put them from trying it. At least it's free, right? Like most mods are, so that ties in. But yeah, hopefully it's not like extremely disgusting or something.
It's also very much a community-driven game.
Yeah,
In that sense, mod seems appropriate.
yeah, right. So there's a lot of tie-in. So all right, but thank you, Oli, for that question. Let's move on to the next one here. Sint is asking, has a decision been made yet on how to handle maps like Surf Meme? The map seems to have been hanging in limbo forever. So I kind of got caught up with the situation here. Initially, the map had porn or something adult, and that was removed. And now we are waiting for a review again from one of the reviewers. So that reviewer just got busy. That's kind of how it goes. We can follow up with them in a short bit here. It's not meant to hang in limbo forever. We should have a better system about following up on people that are taking a bit to re-review or like confirm that things have been addressed. So we'll get better about that. Sorry about that. But do keep in mind, this goes for any maps that we're porting. If it has problematic things in it, And the problematic things are like either debated about or like argued in favor of needing to be in there. We are trying to have a like sort of T-rated game. Like ideally there's not porn like in the map. We're going to be removing the porn. But if you have things that are a little more edgy or like for something called surf meme, I could see it being pretty edgy. We really have to play it by ear on how we want to handle. It should follow a community guideline around making people feel comfortable playing the game, right? Because again, when people play a map, they don't see, oh, this one person or group of people made this map. They see, oh, this is a map on Momentum. I'm gonna bitch to the Momentum mod devs about this, and we don't want to like have to deal with like people being upset about how maps are made, and it's just a cultural warfare that we're not prepared to engage with, that we'd rather risk not having it altogether as opposed to adding it and dealing with later. Meme has some questionable stuff, probably stolen stuff for a stage. Oh shit. All right, well, all right, so some questionable stuff and possibly stolen stuff in it. That's not great. So that needs to be addressed, but that's why the map is in limbo. If you're involved with the map porting process or know the map porter, definitely let them know that there's like comments or like things in limbo, and that just needs to be figured out. Otherwise, yeah, if it's in like private testing or something like that, there's chances it might just not even be added if it's questionable and it can't be resolved. So keep that in mind when you're porting maps. Again, we want to have as many maps as like humanly possible that makes sense to be in the game with the competitive spirit of Momentum. But if it's too questionable or like is just going to be a giant like thing hanging over us, we don't want to have it. So just keep that in mind when porting maps. Try to port boring maps. No, I'm just kidding. Just try to port maps that maybe don't have porn in it or something. But anyway, so we'll see how that gets resolved eventually. I'm sure it'll go through the review process again, and we'll either add it or not. So, all right, moving on to Speedy asking, will there be any cape cosmetics so I can cosplay Momentum Man as a superhero? Funny that you asked that. I don't know if Source has cape or cloth physics. I think there was some stuff in CS:GO that was that or soft body stuff. I think that's what that is. I don't know if soft body physics is cape stuff. There's Jiggle Bones. There are Jiggle Bones. Do any other Source games have capes? Like, because it would be cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like having like a cape cosmetic. Once you get level 99 in surfing, you can have your skill cape, or something, right? Flapping in the breeze behind you, or like an explosion, like causing it to like blow back or something. We could do a really simplified version, right, with like a model animation or some shit, right? But I'm very curious if there's support for cloth, and if there isn't, if we could add it for that and how much work that would be. Again, this is not reprioritizing or anything. It's just like a speculation around it. But there could be. Now, I do want to note about cosmetics, none of the categories have been figured out or set in stone. So what I'm talking about now or anything like that, it's not final, right? So definitely keep that in mind. Like we can look into doing capes, but if it's not realistic for the engine or it's such a performance hit that like an entire fucking what's it, lobby of cape wearers like causes tanks to your FPS, I don't think we'll add it. So keep that in mind, but we'll look into it. If it doesn't need to be like fully realistic physics with the cape, we could do it, right? There's ways, yeah, there's Jiggle Bones, there's ways to do it to where it like interacts with the model. But the problem is we just need to make sure, or just even doing like static animations, right? Of like different states. So like as you gain speed, it starts to flap behind you or something like that, right? There's ways to do that. It's just a matter of, could you do a route that Or like, could we pick a route that does more accurate physics and see how that how that goes? I don't know. It's just interesting to think about. But thank you for that question, Speedy. We will move on to the next one. Buinian? Buinian? They have a minion profile picture, so I'm assuming it's Buinian. Buinian? Asks, will there be Snape cosmetics so I can cosplay Momentum Man as Alan Rickman? Rest in peace. Maybe. I don't know. Let's ask Warner Brothers. Did they still own? Is Warner Brothers in charge of Harry Potter? I actually don't know who owns it. Let's ask J.K. Rowling. Let's go up. Let's go all the way to the source. See if we can add that. But thank you for that question. We'll get back to you on that. I have no idea. Currently, there's a lot of permissions at stake there. So maybe, maybe. All right. Moving on to Maury's question. I think Maury actually has a flurry of questions here. Oh, let me know if you want to change map, by the way, Panzer. I'm currently just specking
Yeah,
you.
we can switch.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Which map would you like to go to in mode? We can change mode too if you want.
I don't know. I think most modes have not been getting as many new maps.
That's fair, yeah.
I would play KZ, but I don't know like what's going on there. If anybody's still porting stuff. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, KZ Exodia. That map is insanely hard. Maybe I can try Sandblock on 1.6.
1.6. Cell block or sandblock? Is it in beta?
Sandblock.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
It looks like Chechen might have remade it or like remastered it for Momentum Mod.
Ooh. Nice. Okay.
I'm missing models. Don't I have CS:GO installed? What's going on?
It's the
We have
standalone app now.
I guess it doesn't matter if you have it. Weird. It's fine. I can't tell if I have it installed because it says there's like an update or a download and it's just paused.
It could be, yeah, it could be maybe some the classics disk write error from Steam. Anyway, no, that's weird. We'll get that figured out. But okay, yeah. So moving on to Maury's question: are there any plans to expand the momentum? There's a ton of questions, by the way. So this is a little bit out of order as well, I think. Anyway, sorry, but are there any plans to expand the Momentum Mod API with surf-related stats, such as attempts/tries before a map completion, time in zones, so like on specific stages or on like through specific checkpoints, or other progression metrics? Yes, there is. So this is what I was alluding to earlier. We absolutely want to expand the amount of stats and tracking that we do around not just like playing a map, but like we want to expose it to like mappers as well so that they can see like, you know, how many people are getting like further in, like almost like how you can on YouTube to see how far people get into your video. It'd be really cool to see that. We could do things like track failure locations and then create heat maps in the game for mappers if they want to see specifically where people are having trouble. It'd be really cool to expand it mainly for mappers, but also just, yeah, for players in general to see overall progression on maps and in the mode in general. So yes, surf-related stats, of course. I mean, it's one of our modes, but yes, it applies to all of the modes, right? Like these would be stats that go to everything, right? I mean, there are some stats that are specifically for surf, which makes sense to, you know, implement only for surf. But yeah, absolutely, these are things that we want to add. It's just a matter of getting there. I think WebSockets are going to be first, just so that we can easily, you know, collect these stats and then displaying them. The website is open source, so once we have these stats in place, we'd love to add them and have people help out adding them, you know, over time. So it's gonna take a bit of time, but yes, there are plans to add it. What's up, Boro Bongo? Are there yeah, player entering lobby lag fix when? So this, I have ranted about this problem so many times. We believe this is a very specific issue with players on Windows. It is very specifically inside the Steam API, we believe, because there's nothing instrumenting our code saying that it's taking like so long to render the frame. We have instrumentation in place that people have very graciously captured the lag spike that happens when people join, and every single time we get a report from that, the first time we got it, it pointed to the code that I thought was actually causing it, and we, you know, fixed that and removed that code that was causing it, or thought to have been, but it still happens. And so now we're starting to think that it's a little deeper. What's really odd is that it is only happening to people on Windows. I don't think it happens to people on Linux. I don't think we have a confirmed case of it happening to people on Linux. If it does, please let us know if it is. When people joining your lobby, your map, ideally, because I think they can join the lobby from the menu if you host a lobby, or like, you know, another map if you host a lobby. But if you join the same lobby on the same map, it causes a lag. If you're on Linux and it's causing that, please let me know, or anyone on the team. Just reach out in the Discord, because yeah, we need that stat, because that's important. It could be just a Windows related thing. I mean, we already have an issue where Windows is refusing to let the game boot because of smart app control, which is just incredible. It's just the OS being like, hey, you know what? That DLL doesn't get the load. You're welcome. And so disabling that is the only thing that lets that DLL load. And it's crazy because we didn't do anything. We have not changed anything about that DLL. I think it's Panorama sometimes. Like it's tier 0, which is just our like debug, like, or it's like the engine core basically. It's like a bunch of like memory allocation stuff. It's cool. It's cool, I guess. I don't know how to get on like Microsoft's good side for that. Like, it's cool. So yeah, very cool that your OS can just start to do that on your behalf. At least you can turn it off for now. Who knows if that'll continue. But I heavily implore you to check out Linux if you have the means to, and the time. It is very, very good and does not have the join lag, at least as far as I can tell while I've been streaming. Otherwise, I would be very clearly noticing it while we stream this. So, yeah, very weird. I am on, I would say, relatively beefy hardware, at least CPU-wise. So I don't know if it's a CPU-related issue, but we have tried to debug that issue significantly. And yeah, thank you, Osflow. Case in point. It's, yeah, I rest my case. Anyway, so yeah, we don't know. It's Windows specific. We have some devs on Windows, but you also don't get it while you're debugging, like on the debug build. And the only commands that we have to trace it do not point to anything substantial. It just says that it's happening during the game's rendering frame, which we do process Steam API calls. And what we think is happening is we're either doing too much with the Steam API. Like, I don't know. Like, it could, like, we also have an issue with the Steam networking where if you join a lobby that has too many people in it, like over 8 to 10, like we can support up to 24 right now. We wanted to increase this in the future. But if you join a lobby that has too many people, it doesn't connect to all of them. Even if like you'd have to like delay each connection by 1.5 seconds, I think. I think we did some debugging on this. It's also join lag on CSS. What? That's insane. Okay, so then there's probably something deeper in Windows that they changed for how sockets are opening, to where it probably asks ChatGPT if this connection should be open, and you have to wait for that to go through or some shit. I don't know.
Isn't Microsoft spending billion on AI tokens?
Yeah, they are, and it's really funny because they're yeah, I could go on a rant. I'm just gonna stop myself there because I technically work under them. Anyway, like, yeah, there's a lot of things that Windows is doing that is not good. I will just leave it there. I don't think Windows should be doing these things, and they're doing them. And you should contemplate whether or not staying on Windows 11 is worth it. Like, yes, you'll probably not be able to play Valorant anymore, but
That's
you,
why I get joined. Like I'm on Windows 10.
yeah, you don't get it?
I don't think so. I've never noticed it.
Yeah.
I play on like big surf servers, and like people are coming and joining, or leaving and joining constantly, and I don't get it.
Yeah, on the lobbies, and yeah. We think it's Windows 11.
Maybe
Yeah.
I should update so I can troubleshoot it.
If you want to, I don't know. But yeah, I like. It is a very good selling. Yeah, you won't be able to play Valorant. That's good, right? You can always have a separate install for Windows if you want. I have a separate drive for Windows for like Game Pass or whatever games. I have not booted it since like I think February this year. I've been enjoying all of these games and stuff on Linux as is. It's really good now. It's really good. So I would heavily recommend it. Just check it out. Maybe if you have a separate SSD, throw that in and try installing it on that and just see how you like it. There's a lot of things that have live installs that you don't even need to install. You can just boot from like a USB drive or something and try out the interface and stuff. So yeah, newest newest anti-cheat rootkit stuff does not support Windows 10 or Linux. Yeah, that's very true. So keep that in mind too. You might not be able to have the latest rootkit AC. Again,
Well,
you can only.
it's Momentum Mod and DDR.
Yeah, right.
I don't play modern games.
I kind of stopped as well. I think that's why I stopped playing or booting into Windows. I just don't play a lot of like very recent games, but
I guess
there's so many games. Forza Horizon 6 works perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Works perfectly on Linux, but whatever.
I
Anyway.
might buy like Cyber Racing Sim.
Oh, yeah. Have you tried it?
I played 5 on my sim, and it's pretty good. But I actually like the actual sim racing games more,
Yeah.
like Assetto Corsa and Dirt Rally.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. RuneScape using the Bolt launcher works perfectly. You can use RuneLite. Can confirm that works. So, yeah. Switch to Windows 10. Uh-oh. that's that might be a bit of a regression. Windows 10's end of life. I don't know if that's a safe place to be, but you do you.
There's like a LTS thing that you can find somewhere.
Oh, there is. Okay, I forgot about that. Okay, you're safe until the LTS is expired. But
October next year, I think.
Yeah.
I forget.
But that's the idea, is that if everybody goes over to Linux, maybe they start making these kernel level anti-cheat games for Linux, and we'll see it. But either way, I'm completely fine not playing Valorant on my Linux build. I'm okay. I'll play other games in the meantime. There's plenty of games to play. And yeah, and if you ever get bored of playing, Dylan is suggesting that they can play some Rocket Jump and Sticky Jump. So just let me know. We can switch over to specking them. But anyway, all right, cool. So back to the ask question. Thank you, Maury, for this one. Yes, we do have plans to expand our API, expose a lot of. It'd be really cool to tie it in game to like seeing a visual heat map of like how many failures, like clustering them in 3D space. It'd be so cool. It'd be so awesome to just have more like stats. So yeah, we'll of course expand it for every mode, not just surf. All right, Maury's second question: what feature took the longest to develop relative to how simple it appears to players? And then, is there an upcoming feature that the team is especially excited for that players haven't seen yet? So 2 separate questions, but if you want to answer one of these or both of these, Panzer, feel free to.
Sorry, real quick, for the previous question, I am working on WebSockets. It is mostly functional. The only reason why I didn't finish it this week is because I was busy with BSP convert stuff, but
yeah,
I should be done with that, and that is the major prerequisite to doing a lot of stat tracking. So I'm gonna probably be working on that stat tracking feature in the next week or two.
Nice. So soon. There's your answer. Soon. We'll be having it sooner rather than later.
I don't think I've had to answer that other question.
Yeah, so feature took the longest to develop relative to how simple it appears.
Probably Mom TV.
Yeah, Mom TV. Yeah, I would say replays. It's so simple, right? You don't even need to think about it. Yo, what's up, Tom? Pretty simple. Yeah, it is very simple. Yeah, no. So Mom TV is the giant overarching recording system used for both local recording and multiplayer. How I'm currently spectating Panzer, right, is the same data effectively that's being stored inside of a replay. I think there's some differences, I think, because there's like recording rate is like a fixed, or I think they're both fixed actually rates, but there could be some differences, and like also like with recording a run for submission, we're going to be collecting data obviously that we won't be submitting peer to peer to each other. So there's going to be some separate like things, some systems that are kind of hooking in and like sending extra data to our backend for submitting a run. But the Mom TV system is awesome. This is Rio's awesome. Like it took, I want to say like a year and a half, or I actually don't know how long the individual feature itself took. I believe Rio could give info on that. But it's really simple of like hey, you know, multiplayer just works, right? When you don't lag, whatever, but or when you don't join a big lobby, it just works, right? And then also, yeah, replays are really smooth, and you can just click right around and see exactly right where like specific stages and stuff happen. So it's an awesome system that is really simple in user interface in the sense of like how you know use it and see it, but it is the longest to develop and very not complex, but it does a lot of hooking under the hood into engine related things. And
It's the most complex code I've seen on the engine.
yeah, absolutely the most complex piece. So and we have some we had some gnarly old code, but even then the old system was substantially simpler because all it was doing was just saving like your position and velocity and, you know, like really simple data every frame, and not even doing any compression or anything like that. So compared to that versus like now, technically everything that needs to be stored in a replay is, and we can network all of that, and you can see exactly how someone's world is when you spectate them, and then when you leave spectate, you go back to your version of the map. Very cool. Yo, what's up, Bray? Yeah. SL's been doing a lot of awesome work too. I mean, our update to DX11, that's another one. Our DX11 port, Slidybat, I think SL was helping out too. But there's a lot of work that seems really simple. Of like, yeah, the game is on DX11 now. Duh. Like that's just the backend, right? The graphical backend. No, the game was on DX9 and not even fully on DX9. There was a bunch. It was like DX9C or something. Anyway, like it wasn't even fully implemented on DX9. There was some stuff in DX8 still. So we basically ripped all of that out, and Slidy implemented all of the game's rendering on DX11. And so now we're on a completely more up-to-date version of DirectX, which is a rendering backend mainly for Windows, but DXVK uses DirectX, or translates DirectX to like Vulkan. So you can play it on Linux. We actually use DXVK native with our project, and it's awesome, just awesome software that just plug and plays. And so we have one rendering backend, one shader compilation link thing that we do, but then everything just works on both native Linux and Windows. We don't have to rely on Proton to translate the entire game. We just rely on DXVK native to do just the rendering translation, and it works. And honestly, it might be the reason why there's no stutter on. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It might be sockets, and anyway. So there's a lot. There's a lot of things like that. I'm sure we can start going through more features. There's a lot of things that could appear really simple, but just keep in mind that it probably took a while.
The timer refactor took forever.
Yeah, right. Timer and like getting multiple timers and like multiple
You don't even
recordings.
notice that because it's like the same thing, but just rewrote the whole thing.
Yeah. like how it was hooked up through the engine, and it was just a mess before, and now it's properly using the engine systems and like way cleaner.
I think it was literally like the refactor was literally like tens of thousands of lines of code. I think we actually had like a total.
yeah.
It was like 40 to 60,000 lines,
Yeah,
like mostly rewritten. It was insane.
Tom's bringing up a good one of CMake and CI. So underlying, so how we actually build the game, and so CI is continuous integration. Whenever we make changes to the game and want to like bring it into a release or something, we open a PR, and to verify that that code works, we actually have to build the game and run unit tests, like tests to make sure that things are okay. And all of that is an automated process that I had the very fun task of writing a lot of and figuring out. But yeah, and then just we iterate and improved upon. I mean, ISL's done a lot of work. The move to CMake actually was done by another team member or another Stratosource member. And that is setting up how the source files of the code base work and are opened right in your editor. So porting to CMake allowed Linux native development to happen, because originally we were using like VPC, which is Valve's project creator, which is a very like closed ecosystem and annoying to deal with, because if we wanted to extend it, we had the source code too, but it was just like really fucking annoying. So it was an equivalent amount of effort to just port to CMake and just go forward with CMake, because that works with Visual Studio, that works on Linux with CLion. VS Code, I think, supports it on both platforms. So there's a lot of support for it, and you could just use whatever editor you want that supports CMake. And that was a huge boon, because it's so easy. You just edit one file to like add a file, and there's no regeneration. It just happens automatically through a bunch of nerd shit. Yeah, the save lock timer and replay not interrupting timer, that is with the save state update. That is 0.11.0. That should be the next, probably the last big update, because realistically, right, we're going to be adding things like anti-cheat and other things incrementally that are backwards compatible technically. We're going to wipe maybe a couple times, but 0.11.0 is the save state update. So that should be getting it. Is there an upcoming feature that the team is especially excited for? I don't know.
The race system.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. So
I don't know if it's in our 1.0 like release milestones, but it's something I really want to work on.
it's on the board. It's on the release or the milestone. Sorry, roadmap board. But I don't know if it's under 12 or something. But yes. So one of the systems that we have that was shown off, I think, in a past Q&A and in the KZ Invitational, is the race feature, race system. So you can join a lobby and invite players, start a race, right? Like invite players to a race. And there's two modes eventually. I think right now it's just first to finish. But there's two modes where you all start at the same time and it's first to finish. And then there's the second mode, which is fastest finish in X amount of time. So you can set like a 25-minute time limit, and then you just for 25 minutes grind for the fastest time. And so it's a really cool system that just allows 1v1 racing, but not just 1v1. It could be as many players in the lobby. And then not only that, but in the future, we'll have it set up via our backend, so we can actually have it be multiple lobbies. So we could do, like, in theory, like thousands of players racing at the same time, but you won't be able to see all of them at the same time, obviously, because that's a lot of data. But who knows, maybe like if we get efficient with it in the future. But yeah, that's really exciting. We have the rough implementation of Panzer's done, and we're going to just iterate on that with the WebSocket work that's also coming in. And I mean, honestly, yeah, it's just so exciting because it adds a nice competitive layer to existing lobby like multiplayer infrastructure, and then we could also just build on it on the website and like have like bigger events that take advantage of it. So we can do track of the day. We can do things like that where we use this system that has, synchronized starting and then getting the best time within a time window, or first to finish or versus fastest finish. So Yeah, that's a good point. That's probably the most exciting feature because other than that, it's anti-cheat, which is exciting to get like an automated system that's just going to automatically like ban the people that are breaking or like just cheat engineering the game or whatever right now. It'd be good to get just the bare bones like verification system in place for that. That'll be really exciting because that's a lot of like infrastructure work I'm excited to do, assuming servers don't explode in price because of economic circumstances. Dylan, I'm gonna spectate you. What map do you want to play on?
There's going to be a lot of big UI refactors required for the race system. Like we're going to have to add a game mode hub. Probably change how the tab menu works. So you have like a tab menu for the race lobby.
Yeah, a lot of UI work for it. There we go. I'm in your map. Washed? That's okay. That's what we're here for. You're better than me, so that's all that matters. But yeah, the race system will probably be the most exciting. Voice chat, I'm sure, will also be exciting. I mean, it's not technically exciting because it exists already, so people will probably just be happy to have a feature that's been in multiplayer games forever. But that'll be good to get in. Voice chat will be good. Anti-cheat will be good. I'm excited for cosmetics. If only the only person to be. No, I'm joking. I'm excited to figure out what we're going to be doing with cosmetics at least, and then once we get to a good state with them opening, right, like getting community contributions, because that like obviously cosmetics exist for the community, so I really want to get just like a bare minimum like community vote on what people would want to see as like cosmetics you can earn in the game. I am excited for that, but that's just going to require a lot of community input and back and forth, and yeah.
I just want hedgehog sticky bombs.
Prox chat. So that's the problem. Prox chat is doable. The issue is the user interface around that. So we could do it to where you could have prox chat enabled on the listener side, to where like it's something that the listener would opt into, and like, okay, if there's voice coming through, it's not global. It gets, if they're in the map, it would translate it. Otherwise, there's a chance that you won't hear what someone's saying. So by default, I think we're gonna just do global, as in like you're just, when you voice chat, it's going to everybody unless you mute them. So we'll probably do that, and then by obviously it's opt-in by default. You'll see indicators that people are talking, but you're not in voice chat. But we'll have it so that you can change the defaults and stuff. Reloading ammo? Oh yeah, that's right. The reloading ammo system was also going to be worked on. We have a lot of entity work to do after we get some more of these core systems in place.
What happened with that? I saw some commits that remove reloading. Did it used to work? Do we have to like restore those commits?
So the reloading, I mean, yeah, the original code removed it just because we never thought we were going to need to reload. However, yeah, if we're re-adding it, we'll just have to either revert or re-add that code or just clean it up. A lot of the weapon code in general needs to be cleaned up. We have like 3 different weapon systems that we need to just like optimize. Like a lot of the weapon code is written to be like, oh, mods can extend this via a text file. Like what? Anyway, so there's a bunch of like modding support stuff that we just want to remove because you're never going to be able to mod the weapons in the game unless we add that in the future. But honestly, we'd rather add scripting at that point than editable text files for different ammo types for your guns. Anyway, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like that needs to be cleaned up. There's a lot of file reading that the engine does. This was like a long... what was it? Something that I wanted to do for a while is to first of all see bare minimum what the engine needs in order to open a window. Even if you don't mount a game or something, like, are there files that it's assuming exist from the Half-Life 2 days, right? Can we get rid of that code or make it optional, right, to load that or something? Yeah, so anyway, yeah, there's a lot of like cleanup work that I wanted to do for a while. Hobbit 22. HUD customizer is awesome. That's coming in. Yeah. I mean, that's a good one too. The default HUD is beautiful, but being able to completely customize, yeah, big W, Tom and Nathan there. HUD customizer is going to be incredible to get in place, and then I mean, just like everything that we do is just really exciting. Like, I'm always excited because we're not working on anything that's like bullshit that we're like, oh god, I hope the players don't notice this, you know? Like, it's never like that. It'd be really funny though. I mean, there's some April Fools that I'm sure we're gonna like hold our breath. Some April Fools updates that we're gonna add, including a potentially new mode. But yeah, like there's some stuff that like everything that we're doing, we're excited to add. So it's kind of just like, it's just fun to mention it. Sketchy's a classic. All right, we'll move on. Thank you, Maury, for this question. Just stay tuned. There's a lot of things that we're working on. We're trying to be more visible about it. At least in the Git activity channel, you can see some of it, but a lot of it's internal, so you can't really see that we're doing things. But yeah, I mean, that's why we have these Q&As. We try to show off a lot through the Q&As, so make sure to at least watch the VODs of these. You don't have to attend it live, though live is more exciting. But yeah, so just keep an eye out. All right, moving on to the next tier. Has the team considered implementing a sum of best segments feature? Yes. It seems like it could give players another way to measure improvement beyond their personal best. Yes. So sum of best splits is something that we could add. There's a lot of stats like these that would be more of a personal stat. So jump stats fall into this as well for KZ. It's more of a personal stat of like, you know, like you can feature it on your profile, but we won't make leaderboards for it, if that makes sense. We won't have sum of best leaderboards or something like that. But we can absolutely keep track of your best segments for specific approved ranked maps. I think doing it for maybe beta maps might be a little too early if the maps change too much. So maybe it's only for the ranked official maps. And then yeah, energy is also being added. I wanted to talk about that too. The energy speedometer is just a matter of just re-adding it in C++ code. So we
I'd like to know
will get that.
where that was removed. Maybe I can re-add it if I can see how it was originally implemented.
Yeah, I mean I want to say it's from the 088, or yeah, the 088 port maybe disabled it when we were doing the giant pano work. It was just kind of like it was there but janky, and I think the implementation's been fleshed out on servers now to where we can be comfortable re-adding it and enabling it. Energy is a separate form of speedometer that measures how much kinetic or potential energy you have. So in terms of surfing, right, it's how well you're surfing, because it's how well you're converting the potential energy up on like a pillar or something into motion. Holy PB. Nice. Rerun on Soldier. Just need to let the cat in. Hell yeah.
If somebody can show me source code for how energy works, I can probably get it in the game.
Oh yeah, I could probably try to dig out the PR that Beetle opened for it in the open source repo. But yeah, the idea is just it's number conversion, and then also figuring out where to set like the zero right point for energy. It's something like that. I think that was the only thing wrong with it, but yeah, simple formula. Yeah. Your last flat ground, yeah, that's doable.
Surfers is like the old version of how stages work, where there's no like drop zone or whatever for your supposed to get set. I don't know how popular that is, but there's, I don't know. It seemed like people in KSF like running stages where like at the end of the stage you just try to hit the zone as fast as possible rather than try to drop into the teleport. I don't know. I know Rio added that to make it so the IL runs are more similar to the full map runs, but there's still like a desync or like a different strategy for each because of circle strafing at the start.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd like to hear some more feedback from surfers on like if they prefer the KSF version of stage times versus our version.
Yeah, we'll probably get feedback that just feeds into what they're used to, so be prepared for that. But yeah, we'll see. Is that a bounce off the ground back there? That's crazy. Anyway, all right. So yes, eventually some of best segments will be stats that we're collecting as well. So again, that's why I wanted like 011 and 012. Is like 011 could be the giant stats update as well, but like who knows? Like it's hard to fit things into specific releases, and we could just add stats as we go when we do the WebSocket work. So.
By the way, some of best is potentially difficult to anti-cheat, because if you need to have like a full replay every time one of your segments has a PB, that might just take up a lot of space.
Yeah, so if this is just a matter of local like UX and local stats, that's completely doable. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a local stat, then we don't have to worry about all those issues. We can just I mean, if the player wants to cheat their local stats, that's up to them, but we just don't want to like spend the resources trying to validate all that extra information.
Yeah, because with live split, it's usually local, and there's a lot of controls around just resetting it to locally. So we would just have to have the UX around clearing it and like viewing it somewhere. So unless we just do a text file, but that's kind of jank. That could be an initial implementation, is we just kind of store it in this like JSON database locally, and then you can just like edit it locally if you want to as well. But yeah, so absolutely we can add this as a local feature first and figure out, same with jump stats, right? We can add it locally and then figure out how we want to display it if we want to, like once we get messages through lobby, right, for finishing runs as well as like doing a jump stat or something, we could do that. But it's a similar vibe of like a local. Holy PB! I think this is comparing against my. So yeah, this is it compare? Yeah. Very nice. RJ Toxic, let's go.
I need requirements for jump stats. A lot of people are requesting it. I just don't know exactly what features it needs.
Yeah, if anybody has the details that we would need for implementing it, if it's really straightforward on how it gets captured, absolutely, like we could implement it faster. Panzer's been doing a lot of ad hoc work like that, so for sure. But if it requires a bunch, barely.
Oh,
But if it requires a lot more work, then it might get shelved for a bit, just as we work on bigger things.
Yeah, it's not really a priority, but sometimes I have time to just do random features like that, as long as they're not too big.
What colors for what jump stats? That's fair. Yeah, if there's documentation on it, that can be really helpful for it too. Oh, we visually saw the join lag there. We visually saw it, but it wasn't on my end. It's on Dylan's end.
Oh, that's weird.
That's so funny. Because yeah, it stutters it stutters sending packets and stuff too. So there's a buffer.
Yeah,
it's really funny.
Spectating.
Oh my god. Yeah. Jump stats and voice chat, absolutely. Voice chat will be for 011. Yeah. We actually, there's already voice chat in the game technically, but it's like in a very convoluted like engine setup that is going to require a bit of detangling to work with our networking. But once that detailing work is done, it should be really simple to add, in the sense of like you can already use a plus record bind. You can, like it'll be the same things you're used to, and then just on top of that, it'll be settings and UX. So seeing who's talking and all of that, we just need to implement that. But that isn't a lot of work. Yeah, effectively, right? Like it's the CS:GO voice chat that shipped with that game. But I don't think I think it has support for both global and positional, but we would just be using global for now. We could look into adding positional as like an opt-in toggle or something for people in your map near you or something. You could do that.
CS:GO voice chat library or something different?
What was that?
Are we using the CS:GO voice chat like networking library or something different?
It would be the Steam one. So Steam Voice Steam Voice, which uses Opus. It's by default Opus, I think. I don't know if it's like depends on the specific like computer or something. But oh. Wait, which map? I guess I'll follow. Destination. All right, destination as well. Yeah, no, but it's using Steam Voice, and then it's using the work that CS:GO did to hook it into the like audio system. So it's just a matter of plumbing it down to our client code, because that's where all of our networking code is. It's not in the engine, where it probably should be, but it's fine. It's fine. Things are client side. Ghosts, for example, are all client side, and UI is all client side. For the most part, we don't really need a server client architecture, but whatever. Like, it's just a matter of opening up enough holes or making it work to where it's like exposed via an interface that the client can instantiate and get to.
Wait, so this code's already in the engine client. It just needs to be like hooked up into our UI systems.
So the code for it is hooked up to standard source dedicated server client connection. So it's like represented for each player, and we don't have server side player entities for people in the lobby.
Right.
It's all client side. So it would be doing finding where those hooks are, stubbing it out, and then hooking into it for client if we want to straight one-to-one use it. Otherwise, I wanted to sort of clean it up to where I'm only getting the audio related code exposed to client, and then client just does all of the things that server was trying to do, because it doesn't need to transmit voice to individual players anymore. It needs to collect the voice data, then network it to everybody. So
okay.
No, we can. It's just a matter of, well, actually, I don't know how that one worked. That one was probably separate code, but I've seen the code of how it works in game. That's what I've been looking at. But yes, voice chat is absolutely highest priority. Rio's being mean to you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that Rio's bullying you. Yeah, voice chat is probably the highest quality or highest requested thing that we've gotten, and we absolutely will add it. All right, thank you, Maury, for this question. We'll move on to your next one here. Are there any plans to expand website profile customization, such as profile themes, badges and pins, or other ways for players to personalize their profiles? Yes. That also ties in with customization. If you've noticed in the pause menu, this thing up here, this background, is the default one, but it's also using the old game mode icons. We'll probably change this to a better default one, but this will also be customizable. And then in the future, it'll probably show up here in some capacity, right? We want to have a player card as well when you click on someone. To maybe view their profile. This is a nice right click menu, but having maybe even a hover or something that shows badges, that shows pins, and all of these based off of accomplishments in game, right? Because that's really what we should be focusing on. If you've won a cup of the day or track of the day or something, right? Something like that. So absolutely, it's just a matter of figuring out exactly what we want to show off. So just stay tuned. Cosmetics are kind of lower on the priority scale right now because we just have bigger core things to work on. But once those things are done, absolutely I want to work on cosmetics, at least figuring out what exactly people want to see in the game and on the website and profile pages. Yeah, it is. It's not just laziness. It really just is a matter of figuring out exactly what people want to see. And then also, yeah, there is the problem of we're going to need to actually get these assets. So making these things, yeah. So it's just a matter of It's just a matter of getting things done, and then we will slowly but surely get there. But yes. All right, and then I think this is the last. Yes. Okay. Last question here. But these are awesome. Please keep them coming, Maury. These are excellent questions to talk about on stream and just in general. So, there's been discussion about rebranding Vintage. Panzer could probably talk on this. To better distinguish it from Defrag, with names like Fusion, FSN, or MHOP being suggested. What are the team's thoughts on the potential rebrand, and what do we hope to achieve by doing it? So I'll talk about the rebrand. So first of all, the problem is Vintage is kind of this weird quasi defrag mode. It comes from Quake World movement, or
Yeah, I wish Mac was here. I think it's inspired mostly by like Diabolical or
okay,
Diabolical race.
Diabolical. Okay, so it's inspired by Diabolical. It doesn't really fit as a defrag mode because it's practically bunny hop. It plays almost exactly like a bunny hop mode. So the rebranding is to pull it out of the defrag category and move it maybe to b-hop, or to distinguish it enough from the other defrag modes to where it doesn't feel like it's one of the, it's one of the defrag modes, right? Like, you know what I mean? It's more of just a like culture fit for the mode, if that makes sense. Because it's not from Quake 3, right? Defrag, right? It's not from that. It was kind of like a pet project mode that Lumia was bringing in, and Lumia is no longer on the team, so we don't actually know exactly what was going to happen with Vintage or what the plan was. So right now, the goal is to just kind of figure out a better place to put it. It kind of fits more in B-hop, but yeah, it's just more of a matter of fitting it better to what it plays like. Yeah, a lot of people like it. It does get played. It's not like it doesn't get played. It's just that it doesn't really fit as a defragment. So that's the main reason to rebrand it. We love the mode. We love having movement options, but if it is also just bunny hop, it kind of also devalues the other bunny hop modes that we have if it doesn't play too dissimilarly, or like, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of in a weird spot, and that's the main reason why we want to pull it out of defrag, because it isn't how you traditionally play defrag.
I call it Q hop, like B hop. Just move it in the B hop category.
Yeah, honestly, Quake hop, right? It is a fusion, right? I think it's a fusion of a couple, like Diabolical and something. I want to say it's Quake World, but
Somebody's asking or requesting to add ramp sliding, which is Quake 2 and also Source. So it's kind of a
interesting
fusion of different games.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it would just, oh shit, sorry, different map. What map? Focus. Sorry. Got distracted. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, I think, yeah, it was just a matter of categorization. I don't think we want to remove it. A lot of people like it. I think removing it will just bring a lot more pain than it's worth to remove. But it doesn't fit under defrag. So we're just trying to move it. Q hop under B hop sounds fine. But I mean, that's the thing, is like, it's going to be primarily playing defrag maps. I don't know. It's a cool name.
The thing I don't like is we're gonna have too many B hop modes, especially with like stamina B hop.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna like spread the players out or give people who would otherwise not play other modes a reason to play the game. Because somebody was like, "Oh yeah, I only play Vintage." It would suck for them if we just got rid of it.
Yeah. Right. I would be curious to see what people think about Vintage versus CSS B-hop. or even Half-Life 1 maybe. So that would be the biggest thing. But yeah,
I think the current plan is just to make it like a beta / unranked game mode somewhere. Like when we refactor the game mode hub UI, it'll probably be like its own separate tab.
yeah. It really is, yeah. It's like if it's its own unranked mode where people can play it, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, then that could be the best of both worlds, of like not splitting the player base, but also not destroying something that people enjoy playing as well. But I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm of the opinion that like if it's something that enough players want to like have in the game as a ranked mode, we should add it, but it's only if we collect that info.
Because it's unfinished right now. There's issues.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I mean, I'm very like we got the core modes I wanted in the game. So like when it comes to modes, I know we shouldn't be working on them right now. That's another thing entirely. But like what modes to actually have is something that I feel like will be, once we maybe get the game mode hub, yeah, like it's a little more open for interpretation because we just need to see how the UX for everything's going to work. But
Hey Tom.
hey, but yeah, so we'll flesh it out more in the future. I don't think we're going to remove it, but I don't know if it's going to stay as a ranked mode, and it will probably be rebranded as in not in the defrag category because it's mainly bunny hop, but or just renamed to Q hop or something where it's very clearly not a defrag mode. But yeah, cool. All right, that's it for the asked questions in our Discord. Feel free to ask any more questions in chat. We've been answering them as we go, but if we've missed anything or something.
Car ads on Twitch.
Those ads pay my bills, so I'm just kidding. What's your favorite color? Or favorite? My favorite color is orange.
Blue. Blue is the color of speed.
Yeah, it's a very prominent color in here. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I mean Twitch Prime subs and ads in general, because of how aggressive they are with playing them by default, can make you a lot of money. And and then you can do those sponsored segments too. Make another $10 if you play Monopoly Go or some shit. But yeah, no, it's a way to make money.
I wish the ads were at least relevant to my interests. That's my main issue, honestly.
You gotta give them more info. You gotta let them collect all your private. Well, and
Wow.
even
They
then, they
definitely
don't.
I don't know if Twitch does, but Google definitely does.
Yeah,
Because I do get targeted ads from Google that are relevant.
yeah.
Yeah, it's creepy, but like, it's better than. I don't want to see ads about like McDonald's and Taco Bell. I don't fucking go there.
Yeah. Well, not yet. That's why they're advertising. Just kidding. Yeah, no, they're just as garbage as you'd expect. It's much better fast casual places. Like I'd rather have like a Chipotle or something than Taco Bell.
So I live in Denver. There's so much better Mexican food around here.
Oh yeah. Yep. Okay, right now if you wanted to add your own strafe analyzer or to see offsets like what's in CSS, you'd have to do it through the panorama branch. Is that so? Through forking on Panorama, it would be possible in the future for players to import their own strafe trainers. So what you're asking about is probably more of like plugins. And no, any modification to the game will be pretty locked down for anti-cheat purposes. But we do want to add popular HUDs and things like that, right? Like visual information like that's very good to have. So that's why we want to kind of focus people towards adding it to Panorama, because we do want it in the game. It's just a matter of having a dev that actually, I guess, like exposes it in, or exposes the data in C++, where you would normally hook into it with plugins. But yeah, absolutely, we do want to have offsets or any of these strafe analyzing HUDs just via Panorama. So we would have to expose this information to Panorama somehow, but then you'd be able to. And then yeah, custom HUDs or using Workshop for HUDs or something, or like yeah, something in the dashboard site for sharing what you have. But Crunchwrap Supreme reserved. Yes, the Crunchwrap.
Hey, doesn't KSF have unit comparison?
Maybe.
I feel like that is
maybe.
useful.
Yeah. Yeah, we could.
If the zones are placed well, I think they're generally pretty helpful.
Yeah.
But if the zone is like you're on a turn or something where your speed is changing rapidly, then it's not as useful.
I believe I've seen Chris's strafe trainer. Maybe they've linked it in the Discord. Is it the one with like the histograph that like goes up and down, or not histograph, but it's like a graph. Almost looks like a seismograph, but it's like it's vertical. I think I've seen that one. I don't know if that's the right one though. But yeah, I've seen them, and they're very cool. Again, I absolutely implore people to mess with Panorama, and we want to expose more things to make things in Panorama more feasible, and then eventually add them natively. I think the main concern right now is getting HUD Customizer into the game so that you can like move the things around in the first place, and then we can actually open it up to like, oh hey, here's the like panels, right? And then panels could be like a plugin system sort of thing, so that you can have different designed customizers and stuff like that, and you can enable them and then position them and save it as a preset. So yeah, I think in the future, yes, but it will be through Panorama. It won't be through injecting into the game, because that will get you banned. Yeah. Okay, sorry, we got another one. Yeah, the units to comparisons, yes, we can add that. It's just a matter of exposing it, so, yeah.
We might be recording that already, splits. I gotta double check.
Oh, okay, so it's just a matter of adding it to Pano.
Yeah, I gotta look at that.
Okay. Can you, for replays, can you make the timer still run while watching? That is coming with 011, yeah. Right, we need save states in place. So right now, when you play a map, when you load a replay, it kind of overwrites your local like world state. So you can't spectate a replay or somebody else during a run right now. But with save states, we're going to be saving the world state before you go into that and then load it back. And this is all while the timer is running, so the backend, doesn't freak out. But yeah, absolutely. That'll be added in the future with 011. Is there a way to add a profile for inputs? Like for Surf, I use mouse 1 and mouse 2. So there's two separate things here. There's game mode specific binds that we absolutely want to add, and then there's the profile, like config file profiles, where like we would just take what you have like settings wise and save them out to named config files, and then you could like apply them or something. We could do that too, but I think the order of operations here will be game mode specific binds, so that when you play Surf, you'll have those binds, and then you go play another mode, you'll have, default or whatever. We want to do that, and that should take care of it. But if people actually want to be able to switch between 3 different like Surf, like bind modes or something, we could do profiles as well. Yeah. So, but that we absolutely want to get game mode specific configs in place. We have a system in place right now, but it's not exposed in the UI. We want to expose it in the UI. That's the work that needs to be done there. And then a profile system would just build on top of that, if desired. I think the game mode specific would probably take care of what you need still. And then save states also. Choose a replay ghost to run against, go back to a save log. Would it retain the timer timestamp? So that's separate. That's segmenting, I think. So yes, we want save states to store the timer state that you make it with. The one for spectating will be a separate save state. It won't revert back to the time you had. But when you're in a run, everything is done live. That's just part of anti-cheat. We're never going to allow offline or like any any runs like that. So the timer will be running. It will be sending info to our anti-cheat server stuff, but you will be able to go back into the run and continue it. Yeah. But you can also race against the replay. That's currently in place. You can currently race it. You can set a comparison ghost. Eventually, we want to have it so that you can add multiple and race against multiple. Well, that's just UI work at that point. But yeah. Oh, you changed map. We're watching Ozflow. Oh yeah, what's the map called? Buy.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say I don't know how to pronounce it.
Buy a green. Thank you for the DM. Sorry, I'm yap mode right now. There you go. Sorry, Osflow. You're a good gamer too, but we're watching the God of RJ. No, I'm sorry. We're watching Dylan. Okay. Being on stream is scary. You get used to it. I won't lie, it's been a bit since I've been on stream, so I had a bit of a pre-stream jitter, but you get used to it. The main thing is that you don't look at your viewer count. That's the secret. You just don't look at how many people are watching you, for better and for worse, right? If there's 0 people, that's fine. You just keep yapping to yourself. If there's 1 billion people, you won't know. You'll know from your chat probably exploding, but but still, it's more manageable to face your chat instead of the viewer count fears, you know. But yeah. All
How
right.
many RJ maps do you have? Seems like we have a ton.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of good maps. This is a very cool map.
By the way, how do RJ race events usually work? Is that like a time trial thing where it's like you have a certain amount of time to get your best run, or is it just first to the finish? So I know there was a competition recently, but I didn't watch it.
I don't know. I'm
Also,
waiting
no.
for the answer. But we've done. Oh, they've
you've
done
done
both.
both. So like when I work on the system, I could have it so the game hub displays both race types, and it's just like whatever one you prefer. But the more races I add, the more it's going to split up the players. So I have to be mindful of that as well.
More.
A minute.
Wait, races? Sorry. To clarify, you mean
Right.
like?
So
There's
like the
only
game mode hub could have like a time trial race and also like a first to finish race at the same time, and you can just like queue up into either.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I think it makes sense to tie it to the lobby because you're only ever going to be in a race in a lobby. But we'll see how the UX for that'll work. Because if you're in a lobby and then in the game mode hub, we could add something to start a race from there on a specific map. And then if we add map playlists in the future, we could have it be, tied into the playlists as
Yeah.
well. So.
I want to make it to an official, like dedicated lobby that runs the race. So we'll have like a curated map list for each race type.
That's kind of limiting. I mean, are we also going to have the one that's in the lobby as well? or-
There's going to be like an official one and also like community hosted that can be
Oh,
like
okay.
whatever the community wants. So it could be either, but
Okay, yeah, that's good.
just the official one is just a way to centralize it so it's not split into like 50 different race servers and people don't know what to join.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, if we want to do, like dedicated ones that are featured, and then you can do it with your friends. Like that's the biggest thing is like making sure we can do it with friends, because that's probably where the
Yeah.
majority of races are going to be actually done in.
But that's important for like official community races,
Yeah.
like that we have with KZ. That needs to be like managed by admins and stuff. But we can just with our official dedicated lobby races, we can just have like ongoing race lobbies that are just available all the time that people can join.
Yeah, that would be good to feature along with the featured map lobbies. Yeah.
I don't know if-
I'm worried a little bit about clutter. Like if people don't care about specific things, do we have toggles for seeing them? Like if they
Yeah.
don't care about multiplayer, like I mean we have the toggle for the map lobbies right now, which is fine, but like yeah, just making it customizable in this like loosely customizable. But yeah.
I don't think too many people are using feature map lobbies right now, or maybe I just launched the game at bad times because apparently there's like 50 players in the lobby earlier. But
Yeah.
whenever I'm on, I don't see anybody in featured lobbies.
It could be
I think-
people that were in the previous one. Like that's the problem too, is we don't have follow through. It could be in a bunch of people on one map and they don't realize it changed. So we just have to add that too. I think that'll help.
Even though there's like 5 minutes left, it's like, oh, nobody's playing the feature map.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I think races are gonna fix a lot of these issues.
Yeah,
They're gonna be
yeah.
a lot more popular, and they keep people on the same maps. And it's just like a different way to play the game.
And new maps, yeah, that's true. A lot of people are in newer maps, so our system isn't biasing towards new maps. Could be worthwhile to do that. If there are
Yeah.
newer, lower tier maps, maybe prioritize towards that. But also just the voting system will take care of that. Like, yeah.
I think feature maps would do better if it was featuring maps that are like already popular. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like if I see Utopia or some other like what was it? Well, some other popular map on the featured maps, then it's actually being used. But if it's not, then
And when we get the feature map stuff hooked in with the WebSockets, like or getting stats around where people are in map lobbies, we can absolutely bias the selection there. We just currently the backend doesn't know around sessions, around live sessions right now of where players are. But once we add that, we can add the popularity drop down for maps. We can add like integration with the map lobbies.
I really want to mention the popularity drop down just because I want to play in more popular maps, just to like chat with people.
Yeah, that's true. And then once we add voice chat, you know, you got to be able to find people to talk to. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of multiplayer community and like multiplayer things that we want to add to the game that are coming. It's just a matter of, and like it starts to open up a lot. But that's why our priorities are on these core things, because once we get these in place, the possibilities are really just like not endless, but like it really opens the door for a lot of really cool socialization like features, socializing.
Guadalupe is asking for a search by author.
Yes.
We talked about it earlier.
Map
Definitely agree with
tags. So yeah, we want to add a tag system to the map selector here. When you type like author : you can search by an author. You know, and like we want to. Yeah, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work ahead of us. But yeah, map tags, absolutely.
that. It's just something that they add to the map cache.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. We'll have to update the map cache with it.
Yeah, it's not a lot of work, honestly. It's just we're working on so many things.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, yeah. A lot of stuff that I'm talking about is like it's a lot of work. It's just like things to add on to the list after, and it doesn't necessarily mean the size of the work, because there's a lot of things that'll just take a day, right? But we got to get to the point where it takes a day, because right now we're waiting on a system that's going to take it like a month or two, right, or something like that, right? So it's it's how it goes.
WebSockets is basically ready. I just need to like review the code that I changed.
Sweet,
Just been
sweet.
distracted with other stuff.
Yeah, I'll also take a look at the doc. Yeah, it is a matter of time and energy, but we'll get to it. It's just a matter of having both time and energy. But yeah,
Hey, who's gonna be available to review the WebSocket stuff?
yeah, I'll help out with that.
Somebody that knows how clustered Node.js stuff works needs to review it.
Yeah, we might need to revisit that. I don't know if we need to have clusters of the backend right now. I think it's good to have in the future, but I don't know if we should probably look into these things when we start hitting like connection issues. HUD customizer would probably be the highest priority right now because it's actually pretty much done. But yeah, then WebSockets. I gotta look at how we're doing run uploads, because I don't think we should be uploading through the WebSocket.
I do have clustered support implemented based on Tom's branch.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, it's just if it's complicating things.
It's complicating adding micro WebSockets, so we just use like the standard Node WebSocket
Yeah.
adapter.
So that would be the biggest thing. Is like if it's complicating things, I really don't think we should do it. You know, like that's where I'm at. It's like I kind of want to see what not doing clustering does for our backend, and if we actually start to run into like performance issues, maybe we look at like what is so unperformant, and like if we can spin off things, right, or cache more things, or we'll figure it out.
Or does clustering have advantages for like players connecting around the world?
Oh yeah.
It has it's advantageous for our server hardware because Node.js is inherently single core. So it doesn't use multi-core. Like if you run a single Node.js instance with 16 cores, it only pins it to one. It is multi-threaded though. I think it uses libuv.
Oh.
So it uses
libuv, so it will. The main goal with Node, right, is you put all your I/O work into separate threads.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Yeah.
That goes out. So all the processing stuff, which for a lot of like web applications, especially when you're doing a lot of DB stuff, a lot of S3, whatever, I/O, you don't have to worry about the yeah, right?
Yeah.
There's still a benefit to it, I think, for us, especially because some of our Node stuff is quite slow. Okay, like the way we do validation of incoming data is relatively slow.
Class
if you look at
validator.
second century.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Class validator.
Like, yeah, and we can do it faster, but that's a ton of work as well. But no, you're right in saying that like Node is the king of, well, if not, like so much stuff nowadays uses EV, right? Like it's just okay. You can run the main stuff on one thread. Most of the actual like database work, right? You've got your database doing stuff that might be doing quite long running work, and that's on another thread. You don't have to care about it, whatever. When it comes back, you get it, event loops, give it back to you, do your callback, done. There's still good arguments for when you're doing short running stuff, especially stuff when we're calling to a local server like Redis,
Yeah.
right? Which we're doing on our deployment, right? Like it's literally like there's no really network I/O, like it is like sub-millisecond pretty much.
Yeah.
Then it does make sense to try to prioritize like not throttling the event loop, which is what we are probably doing at the moment. We've not really stress tested that much, but we're probably doing that.
Yeah.
We could get rid of busted, but I like having it, and I would like to test it because
Okay.
if we get fucking throttled, we don't have a way of distributing this stuff, right? Like we can't just like distribute like a bunch of different servers. So sorry to do it in a Q&A, but like yeah.
No, you're good.
That's the reason why.
We moved to Caddy recently, so I was figuring that we could maybe do some like Caddy related clustering, but if Node has it built in and that's a
But
better...
if we do that, then we still have to have Redis on a separate bit that everything's connected to, and there's still there's less messaging stuff, but you still have a message queue problem that we have to deal with.
No, I was just saying that Caddy would be handling that, like splitting up that it would have to do.
Well,
you know what I mean?
any reverse proxy will do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Caddy and Nginx, like they'll do that the same. There's no difference there.
Yeah, I was just saying, is it better for it to be there on that layer as opposed to? But that's something, yeah, we can talk more about it.
It is a genuine scalability thing.
Yeah.
Of like, I don't want to be able to scale enormously. I want to be able to scale a bit.
Yeah.
Right. So if we do, right now we have 200 concurrent, and we're hitting like 10% CPU, whatever. Okay, let's say we get 20 times that all of a sudden from Streamer, then we're actually starting to get fucked, and then I/O stuff starts to really slow down everything, and like everything slows down.
Yeah.
And then you do want to be distributed. At least we want to be able to buy a bigger server and not have a single node thread handling everything.
Yeah.
That's
right.
my. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we also
Um,
have like database running. Yeah, and Redis, right? Well, Redis makes sense to run.
No,
Like,
no, 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 no. Well, those guys will use. Those guys are smarter. They'll
Yeah.
they'll use what like tools they can use,
Yeah.
right? But Node won't. Node is still single-threaded,
Yeah.
and it will just run very very fast and do its EV stuff. Yeah. So clustering, I think, does still make sense to maintain.
Yeah.
Sorry to call in for this, but
No, that makes sense.
I
I was just curious if we still needed it, but that opens my eyes to it. So
cool. I'll fuck off now. At least
no, you're
me.
good. You're good. No, that's fine. Oh,
No, I'm here. Whatever. I'm just sorry. I'm just on my phone. My microphone's awful. Anyway.
oh, okay. I was in third person. There we go. You do sound like a caller. You call it. All right, we're taking a question from our caller.
All
This is
invoke,
Tom. No, you're good. I agree. Yeah, Tom, you should do more streams. The people demand it.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
I've
you're
not done
good.
much mental stuff lately. I'm sorry. I do want to. I just haven't been happy. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
well,
Twitch has a tendency to
know.
not be a happy time, but
yeah. I
no,
don't
yeah,
wanna
do a co-stream with
I'm not-
Loxy.
She's quite impatient.
That's true. Yeah.
She's doing good. Happy dog. Very happy dog. I'm proud of her.
Good.
Bit, impatient and hairy and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably should if I wasn't constantly working on engine stuff.
Yeah, I know.
So,
It
guys, what?
sucks that we can't stream engine work.
Oh my god, it's so bad. Yeah. And the stuff, a lot of the stuff I've streamed, I've looked back on has been pretty bad. Like, I just didn't know what I was doing. Like, 'cause so much of the programming stuff I learned from Momentum was from here. And so, oh my god. The web stuff is like, okay, but some of the early UI stuff I was looking at, and oy. But you guys are pros, so whatever.
Yeah, I do need to get back into streaming. I gotta be real. I have not. I don't know. I'm playing RuneScape. You guys want to watch me play RuneScape? I can stream that.
Go for it, dude.
No.
I would say, like, I especially in the AI era, where like there's a lot of sort of onus to take your brain out of your head and just
Yeah.
let a computer do it for you. Like, it is really nice to just explain what you're doing to other people, which I'm not particularly good at, but you know.
It would be
I don't know.
OSRS.
It'd be
No,
amazing to see you stream, Nick. That would be so much fun.
Yeah, I like it. It just takes time. But I mean, the majority of my time is being spent on just grinding for random shit in OSRS. It's got me. Which world? I'm usually 331. Same name as my Twitch username. But yeah, I gotta stream it more. Or I gotta stream more, but I'll stream it. We'll see if my friends want to play Baldur's Gate on Sunday. If they don't, I'll stream RuneScape. Let's do that.
Yeah.
That means tomorrow. I'll stream it. And we'll have fun. You guys can watch me kill Vorkath over and over again because I need my fucking Vorkath head. Blue bitch ain't giving me it. Wait, that's so bad out of context. But yeah, I'm trying to get an upgrade and just getting the worst RNG. At least I'm getting kills though. Anyway,
I've been playing fucking Fallout 76, which is like
honestly,
my least
yeah,
favorite game that
Yeah.
I've been really enjoying, and I hate myself for enjoying it so much.
I didn't think I
level
was gonna enjoy OSRS as much as I did. I bought like 14-day
Yeah.
membership and then like was like, okay, I guess there's a bunch of shit they added for 6 years. So yeah, I don't know. It's good. It's good to just immerse yourself in something like that. It's fun. So I see it for Fallout 76. My friends and I tried playing it. It was just really annoying that you had to do the same quest like X number of times for how many people are playing. They don't have. They do instanced quests, so you can help like the quest. One person do the thing,
Oh,
and then
sure.
and then the other
Yeah,
person
yeah.
has to do
But
it too.
everything is fucking instanced, which is
So
so
stupid.
funny.
So funny.
It's like it is the cheesiest thing. And I kind of hate myself for playing it. Like I've never spent any money on it, but if I
Yeah.
bought it in a Steam sale fucking a couple of years ago, I think, for like £10 or something.
Yeah. No, it's
They were
an
selling it
interesting.
fucking cheap.
It's an interesting MMO. I mean, it's not really an MMO, but you know what I mean. Like it's a massively multiplayer version
No,
of
I've
Fallout.
played it and I've enjoyed it, and like I've watched like YouTube videos of like people being like, "Oh yeah, this is like a good gun, how to build a good base or whatever."
Yeah.
I enjoy, like
Yeah.
it's just brainless
You-
stuff.
You might like RuneScape too, Tom. I don't know if you've ever tried it. It's kind of like that. There's some things that are just like,
Sounds
all right, I
too
guess
much
I'm
like
fucking
that. It
catching
sounds
1,000
too-
Chinchampas right now. Hunter's Rumors have been very fun. There's just so much shit in the new. Oh my god. Yeah. I've been doing Huey Codal, with Dylan, with Sheg. Very fun boss. Once you get
Oh,
the
yeah.
mechanics down, you get a lot of GP for it too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a job that you have, but you can just stop at any time too. You can, like, technically just stop at any time.
Me and some friends were gonna play the the Mecha Chameleon game.
Oh yeah.
Which I would be down to do at some point. I've not played. I've not bought it. It does look very fun.
Yeah, it seems very fun
Um,
if you have a dedicated friend group. I barely have a dedicated friend group to play Baldur's Gate, so I am not even proposing that for my friend group. But
We were like chatting about it last night, and I just instead built a zoo just full of gorillas.
yeah,
I bought Planet Zoo
yeah.
and did a gorilla-only zoo just to appease you, Nick. Just because of
Just
your
to fit,
love of
just to fit the YouTube recommendation algorithm we have on the Momentum on
Yeah,
channel.
yeah,
I don't know if people have seen that. I think we've seen that a couple times. Tom's made it a mission for the Momentum Mod YouTube account that we share for uploading VODs and meetings too, to only have like gorilla affiliated content. So on the homepage, it's just a bunch of like different gorillas, baby gorillas, like gorillas in the jungle, or anything, or just different monkey
I
videos
spend
too.
like so much time like saying not interested in like
Just actual content.
Half-Life videos and
Yeah.
stuff that you actually like.
Yeah, because I think it uses, because it's under
No, not
my
interested.
Google account, so yeah. No, it's great. It's a good. Every time I upload our meeting bods, it's a good time. I always smile at that. So no, it's a good time. Soundbite of me asking about gorillas, yeah.
Oh wait, no, I do have sampled a mobile. Wait, where is it?
Oh, the soundboard. Why is everything gorilla? I think we have it in Momentum server actually.
Yeah, no, sorry, I was other servers.
Why is it say gorilla? Yeah,
Gorilla.
gorilla.
Beautiful.
It's so
Not
good.
so much.
But anyway, yes,
You got to, like-
streaming is fun. It's something I want to get back into doing. Every Sunday.
Welcome to the Odyssey Discord
the Odyssey
server.
Discord server.
Sorry.
I can't believe they got fucking Matt Damon on Discord. I wonder what orb quest he's gonna do for orbs. I wonder what Discord quest. Did you see that bullshit? Oh no, you haven't. We have to send Discord a formal like submission about Momentum Man, our bot, our internal server bot, because we have over 10,000 people in the server. They added this recently because they're cracking down on like privileged intents. So I need to go through that with you and Gordy on what intents we need to use. But anyway, yeah, we have to tell them that we use a moderation bot that we wrote for our own Discord server. I don't know why they're asking this. It's in our own server. And we own, like, it's tied to my account. I own the server. Like, what? I'm not doing anything.
No.
Okay, whatever. I have to tell
Well,
them
I
what
think we
info
can
we're
sit down
collecting.
together and discuss our intents.
Yeah,
know?
and discuss our
Please.
privilege and intent. We have to hash that out in the Odyssey
Well,
Discord
fans should
server.
know that. What our intentions are. These are my goals.
Fucking.
This is what I'm into.
I mean, I get that they're cracking down on like the bots that join other servers and shit, but like it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
in
yeah, but,
ours.
like-
Like it's ours. I'm a partner. Like what?
He's a
like
little boy.
they trust me
He's a
already. Anyway,
big boy.
open source code. I can point to it too. I'm hoping the thing goes well. I just need to know what intents we need, because if there's
Yeah.
a privileged intent we don't need, then I can opt us out of that. But
God, it could be
we'll
awful.
be all
We
right.
could use things like.
It's not cool, Dave. It's shit.
Oh. Mr. Beast Scambot every single day? I mean, yeah, like we do that too. We have a lot of features we've added to Momentum Man to like curb that. We have because for some reason this is just really hard for Discord to implement. If someone sends the exact same message in more than like 2 or 3 channels at one time, we just automatically time them out. Like whoever naturally does that deserves a timeout, and second of all, it catches all of the bots almost immediately because it's just like, oh hey, this person is doing a mass spam thing. But it's really annoying because why the fuck is that just not built in? Like, why isn't Discord just like, hey, that's kind of weird. Why the fuck is somebody joining a server and immediately spamming 3 different channels, or 3+ different channels? Whatever.
Do you think they tried some like AI crap and then it just drastically
work.
failed in testing and they just gave up? And
I don't know.
That seems
Big
like not a
platform.
good use for it,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I have the same question. Like Jagex doesn't have it for. Speaking of spam bots, right? Free World, old school RuneScape has people just hopping worlds saying the exact same thing over and over again. Like, how is this not possible to just detect somebody doing more than one world of and then like auto mute them for 24 hours? Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god. Oh, what, you meant to say
genuinely think, like,
OnlyFans in
that
chat?
pattern-
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. No, I by the way, sorry. I didn't mean to put my OnlyFans in the chat.
It's okay. That's fine. No, you know, we gotta make ends meet one way or another.
Oh well, yeah. All the money goes to you. I know that.
Yeah. It's like what you hire like an accountant to do taxes. You hired me to do your OnlyFans financials.
Yeah.
I'm not even an accountant. I guess I like looking at money.
It's not just a fellow dev.
Oh. Anyway, anyone got more questions for us? We're going off the deep end. I don't mind it, but I do need
I
to.
gotta go to my friend's 4th of July barbecue thing.
That's all good. We can basically call it here.
Oh, 4th of July, America.
Yeah,
yeah.
250
Yeah,
years.
Salute.
200.
Right
We
now,
lasted 250 years. No, I don't want to. I don't
Dude.
want to salute anything. I'm not celebrating anything
It is-
today.
It is
I'm
insane,
good.
like the anniversary and it's Trump and the. It is funny. The whole. You seen the paraglider guy?
I'm not.
There's
Paraglider.
a
guy.
clip going around on this. I think a paraglider. It's just like with like a yank flag, American flag, whatever. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine, dude, whatever.
Over his head, below him as well, trying to like glide over something, and he just fucking nosedives into like a food court.
Jesus, I did not see
And it's
that.
so-
That's crazy.
and it's the most like tiresome, like irony's dead thing.
I
It's so
bet.
good.
I bet. I honestly, I don't know. I feel like it's been not happy or not worth celebrating the country. Yeah, they are nuts, but I don't know. I don't.
I've been reading a biography of Pompeii recently.
Pompeii?
I'm interested in, like American, like early American stuff is really interesting, right?
Oh
And then
yeah.
the Civil War and stuff, and
Yeah.
John Brown, baby, John Brown. Like, there's so
So many
much
Johns.
there. Okay, but
I forget which one
Brown.
John Brown is.
I gotta head off. you're not celebrating, I'll celebrate twice as hard for you. See ya.
Thank you. Yeah. Blow up some stuff. Blow up some stuff. That's you know.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, John Brown's the dude that like tried to start a war in fucking Kansas, bloody Kansas, and what was it? The fucking Harper's Ferry stuff, where he tried to free a bunch of slaves and then got shot, or his son got shot and then he was executed. He was like the most anti-slavery white boy that's ever existed. Guy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about now. It's been a while since we've done like pre-Civil War American history, but
yeah, it's not a thing for me, right? Like I've never studied it.
It's
interesting. Awesome. And I love it.
Yeah.
Partly because, you know, you look at fucking, you know, the Underground Railroad and stuff, and like just how.
Yeah. And all of this under 250 years.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the triple nuke. Dylan's sinks are on point today.
Jesus. You gonna beat it?
Oh yeah. Without a question.
I said I wouldn't ruin the stream, and now I'm here. Just fucking chatting about.
Yeah, no, we're hanging out. That's what the ending of this is. We're gonna watch Dylan beat this map and then end it.
Oh my god.
End the stream, and then I have stuff I need to do today. I gotta go kitty sit. Not Walter, who's currently kitty sitting on his shelf.
He's doing good?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's napping right now. But I gotta go kitty sit someone else's cats. Check in on them.
Nice. Alright, see you about.
I will. Yeah, I'll do that after stream. But yeah, if you're heading out now, see you around.
Sorry.
I will. Yeah, that'd be fine. I just get up and fucking leave. Like, all right, see you guys.
That was the stream ending. You were doing it pretty nice. I was like, oh yeah.
No, I that's just my stream voice. I don't normally talk like this.
Okay. I've got on my fucking phone audio, so whatever.
Phone audio's a classic. You got it, Dylan. There's no rush, by the way. Even though this is a game about literally how fast can you rush, but no rush to beat it. You got this.
Beat it or you don't.
Beat it or I beat it, and I just forcibly end stream right now.
Beat it?
Oh, sorry. Last Q. Will Strafe Trainer ever work in spec? It's a lot of data. It could be. Strafe Trainer in spec is a lot of data to network, but it could be something that we look into doing. If it ends up being a ton of data to send to somebody, maybe not. But if we implement it and it turns out being like, oh, we could do it, but we maybe like hide a couple players while you're spectating or something like that, you know, where it's like we kind of bandwidth optimize for that, because right now it's like you just kind of receive everything every update, right? So we're gonna try to get it to where it's like a little more optimal for that.
Can't we also sort of optimize on the side that we send to the server for validation versus what we're networking?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
That's not storage cost for us, which is expensive, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure our validation servers will have like a terabyte of SSD storage, though. We'll see. It'll be some spec like that.
Like SSDs like run out of. They go out quite fast, right? If you constantly overwrite them.
Oh yeah, there's a terabyte written life like expectancy for SSDs. So once you write to the memory cells, most modern SSDs are pretty good about that. Like you don't need to do trim or anything anymore. But older SSDs, I think you do. But like more modern like MLC, I think SSDs are pretty good. But if you do a lot of writes, they die.
It'll be interesting to see for that, for like the stuff with like when we're having to, we've got a bunch of different machines on different maps, constantly having like load into different maps.
I mean,
RAM all the time.
yeah, that's what I'm saying is like with how we're gonna optimize run validation, I feel like a lot of maps aren't gonna be as big as they are because it's just collision data and entity logic. Usually, I mean, we'll see if we can optimize that down.
Yeah,
But it would be ideally if a map gets ranked, its final, and then just in that process of finalizing or ranking the map, we create a version that goes on our run validation that is optimized, and that would be ideally a couple like 100 kilobytes of just that data, and then we can
if you could,
store every map in this like 60 plus gigabytes of RAM we're gonna have. That would be good.
Yeah.
So then all we do dynamically is download the data and validate it. But
beautiful.
Oh, easy for sure. Oh, so close. I jinxed it. Sorry. Oh, the classic explosion sounds right next to you. Anyway, I have fixed that. It's just annoying. Yeah, it's there's a fix for it, but then I forget what else breaks. Oh, the toggles that we do. There's two systems being naughty in different ways, and fixing one breaks it in another, and so there was working distant sounds, but you couldn't toggle it because the explosion is being played through the weapon as opposed to through the explosion particle or the explosion entity, and the reason why it can't be is because it plays from the client, and if you play it through an entity that gets deleted in the same frame, it just doesn't play the sound because it's like, hey, this entity is being deleted, I'm not going to play the sound. So the main thing that needs to happen is the client, if we want to have customization via the text files, the client then needs to hook into the launcher somehow to be able to know what sound to play and stop. And then I looked into it, I was like, oh, this should be an easy bug. It's not. This shit is fucked, and we need to redo weapons just altogether. I feel like looking at that code, I just got so depressed on how we do weapon scripts, and like for customization stuff, like it just needs to be way better in the future. So right now it's broken and just plays wherever your weapon is, which is right next to you at all times usually. So right now it'll just be constantly exploding. At least you can hear it and toggle it. But yeah, hey, GG, good shit. But anyway, that'll be the end of the stream here. I gotta get going. Thank you all so much for watching. Oh yeah, I think there were a couple of streams going. We got a couple of streams going. Ooh, let's see here.
GG.
Do we raid Weenie 69? Pay game? I feel like we've raided him last time. We could raid him. Is Dinky streaming Momentum? I was gonna raid somebody streaming Momentum. I'll send you to. Let me go. 3 hours. I want to send you to someone that will likely stay on the game. All right, whatever. I'll just pick the first one. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Go and enjoy some more Momentum. There's a lot of people streaming it. We're just going to send you to somebody that could probably use a couple viewers. Enjoy the game. Join our Discord if you haven't. And yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.